Ass Napkin Ed is on the air. Ass Napkin, how are you?
819, Howard.
Right. By the way, I got to say something. Ass Napkin Ed went to Vegas. I don't even know how he ends up in Vegas. I don't know how he has the money for that. How do you have the money for Vegas?
Jasmine paid for it.
Oh, that porn star?
Yeah, Jasmine team.
Yeah. But then, like...
Now you see how damaged porn stars are.
Yeah. Ass Napkin Ed was in Vegas. I guess Ronnie had the block party, which, by the way, was annoying for me. And I got to talk to Ronnie about that.
I kept hearing, because I'd listen into the news every once in a while, and it was the block party was major news.
Ronnie was cool at first, but then he had a meltdown or something. I kept my end of the deal up, but then
you didn't keep your... Ass Napkin Ed...
What end of what deal?
I guess Ass Napkin Ed was told to behave, but he always gets into trouble. He doesn't behave. Like, he got into a fight with Speech Impediment Man in the...
No, but Howard, ask JD if I was drinking beer. He smelled my cup. It was water.
Anyway,
ask him right now.
Anyway, here's Ass Napkin Ed. This is during the Ronnie block party. This is in the audience. Speech Impediment Man. Isn't this with the audience?
Yeah.
This is during the show. These two guys start arguing. And what is it like to be Ass Napkin Ed and constantly be challenging people and getting into fights with people? It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, and you're saying you weren't drunk.
No, ask JD.
All right. Was he drunk, JD?
He might not have been drunk the night that I saw him at the meet and greet thing or whatever, but he was drinking at other parts.
JD, you were smelling inside my cup.
That was one night. That wasn't the night of the show.
But here...
that wasn't my agreement. The other agreement was that...
Okay, so you were drunk then.
But Ronnie, here he is in the middle of the show.
So what happened was, Friday night we had this meet and greet in the Hard Rock.
Right.
So he comes there and he's with his girlfriend, and this guy was filming this whole thing with him, whatever they were doing. And he claimed he wasn't drinking, and he sent the guy over to me. He said, Ed wants to talk to you, and he's not drinking. And I said, you know what? I know it's only going to wind up being a problem. I don't even want to be involved.
Right.
So he's following me around a little bit, and then I said, you know what? All right, I'll give the guy the benefit of the doubt. I went over and I talked to him, and he said he wasn't drinking, and he wasn't drinking. He was drinking water. Okay? That was Friday night.
Right.
Okay, so he was good Friday night.
Right.
Saturday, in the middle of Shuli's act, he walks up to the stage drunk off his ass.
No, I wasn't.
And he starts harassing Shuli during his set.
Shuli said I could do that.
No, Shuli didn't. No, Shuli didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
No, he did.
He said if I was good, I could come up on stage, actually, but I didn't.
No, but he said you could. Maybe he said you could go up on stage if he brought you up on stage.
Yeah, he doesn't mean you could just walk up there and start harassing him.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
But anyway,
and then they threw him out.
Yeah, and here's a piece of tape of him now fighting with Speech Impediment Man. Listen to this ridiculous
That was at the
thing.
after party.
Okay, here you go.
You ain't shit. Want to take it outside? I'll fuck you up right now.
I'll take it outside.
You threaten me. I didn't threaten. You are giving me shit. And what you doing? Painting your fucking nails. You look like a goddamn fake.
Spitting on me. You're spitting.
You're giving me shit.
No, I did not.
I'll fucking rip your head off and shit down your throat. All you do is fucking shit in a bucket.
Oh, man.
Don't fuck with me.
It's not true. That's not true.
What do you do?
What do I do?
You fucking get drunk and dry hump porno stars.
Show more than you. I'm on the show more than you.
Oh, fuck you. You ain't jack shit. Fucking do some comedy. I've never seen you do anything. Yeah, I've seen your thing at Caroline. It sucked dick. But you know what? I have more class. I wouldn't say anything. What? I could do Caroline, no problem. I've been doing comedy.
I mean, listen to what's going on.
Oh, my God.
Howard, get Shuli into this because I want you to ask him exactly.
Ask him why he got taken out of... Somebody was taken out in an ambulance.
Was it?
Ed.
Ed was?
Yeah.
Why were you taken out in an ambulance?
Because it's 120 degrees in Vegas. I'm from New York.
And he was drunk off his ass, probably, and you get dehydrated.
Yeah, but meanwhile, nobody else was taken out in an ambulance.
Exactly.
Only him. You're such a fucking nut.
But I'm what?
You're a nut.
I'm schizophrenic.
Yeah, you should stay home.
Please.
I should stay home because I'm schizophrenic.
Yeah, I mean, you wreak havoc everywhere you go.
He acts like that's
You're
not
right,
a good reason to stay home.
Yeah, I like that all these schizophrenics, they should be running around. You should stay home.
You're prejudiced.
Prejudice. Yeah, I guess maybe I am. I don't know.
You're against mental illness.
No, I mean, it's just that you're not to be trusted anywhere.
He
Where
never
you're...
can keep his word when he says he's going to. Never keeps his word, ever.
Allow me.
What? I don't allow you to do anything. Ronnie lets you
We
go.
didn't want him there, but you know what? He showed up, and then he wound up getting thrown out.
Ronnie,
He wound up getting thrown out, and his usual crap, and it's
annoying.
He gets out of control as always.
He makes a scene wherever he is. Not only at the show, we did like some bikini thing or whatever, and he was at the front of the stage at that and sticking his tongue out at the girls and stuff.
And drunk.
Speech impediment man, why are you fighting with
That guy's a fucking lunatic.
My dick, you faggot.
Oh, fuck off. Go get your shit bucket. You know what? I go up to give Shuli a drink at the show, and in the middle of it, asshole Ed goes up and calls me a fucking asshole.
Yeah,
I don't know what his gig is. He fucking gets on Facebook. He badmouths my comedy. He don't do shit.
I've been on Caroline's on Broadway, motherfucker.
Yeah, I've seen your comedy. It sucks dick.
I haven't seen yours because you don't have any.
Oh,
All right. Well, boys, I don't want to continue the fight. I just can't believe how
Go
this...
get your shit bucket.
Oh, eat a dick, bitch.
Yeah. Your number is 7.
Who would have won that fight if they fought?
I think they both would have fell over drunk.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, who do you think would have won that fight, Robin? Speech impediment man versus ass napkin Ed?
Well, I gotta figure speech
I'm
impediment
kicking
man.
ass.
Yes, he's got all this rage.
Hey, Howard, I want to challenge him to a boxing match.
Go ahead. He did challenge me in the nightclub, and he.
Yeah, and remember what I told you?
You said, yeah. You said, will you come outside?
I said I'd rip your throat off out and shit down your neck.
But you didn't do it, did you?
Because I don't want to be like AJ Vinya and get kicked off the show. You ain't worth
Do
it.
these guys know that they're not part of the show?
No.
No, they show up no matter what.
Speech impediment man, have you ever beaten anybody up?
Yeah.
Oh, you have? Okay.
He's funny, though. He shows up in that uniform.
Everywhere.
Like Superman.
The Superman outfit, yeah.
It's so funny.
Speech impediment man.
Yeah, watching him get an aggressive lap dance.
Nick and Ed gonna have a big shit bucket around his neck.
Shit in the Southwest and Texas and all that shit, you fucking faggot.
Have you ever shit down anyone's neck, speech impediment man? You keep threatening to do that.
Yeah.
This is like that Ali Frazier pre-fight banter.
Yeah. Now I really want to see the
Hey,
fight.
Howard, set up a boxing match.
Yeah, but ass napkin Ed is taken out in an ambulance from just hanging out. Imagine in a boxing match he's going to die.
Yeah, probably.
Why was he in an ambulance?
Why? He says heat because of the heat. He's in a hotel. He's suffering from heating.
He was drunk and dehydrated. That's what happened.
And then Sal was acting like a fucking asshole.
Well, I don't know. That happened before I got there.
He was bad mouthing the Hard Rock and.
That happened before. I don't know what happened with that. That happened because when they picked us up at the plane, when we got off the plane, this was all going on in the car.
I hear the news reports from John Lieberman, and it was like World War III.
Yeah, I wasn't there
he was
for that.
embedded.
I got there afterwards.
What happened with Sal?
Sal was with
So-
a hot chick.
Sal was with a hot chick?
Yeah, some blonde.
At the strippers.
So-
The strippers were all over the place.
Emotional friend.
No, I was a stripper, according to these guys.
So Sal arrives Friday night, okay?
Right.
He gets to the pool area,
No,
and
Thursday night, my friend.
and he's very upset that there isn't a cabana waiting for him.
Who the fuck is he?
Oh my
And
God.
then-
what have you done, Howard?
I don't
His-
know.
his food takes 4 hours to get to his table, which understandably he was not happy about.
Right.
But then he gets the bill for the drinks, and the drinks were $30 each.
Wow.
And he flies off the handle, and he writes a note on the receipt to the server, "Fuck you, bitch."
Oh my God, dude, you're carried away with yourself. It's those new teeth. Sal got new teeth, and he thinks he's a fucking Hollywood
So I
star.
interview the head of the pool, the head of the dining area, and he says, "I don't even know who Sal Governale was prior to this, but I know now because the server came over and showed him the receipt."
Dude, why are you writing "fuck you" to the server?
By the way,
that's a server. He has nothing to do with the price.
A hot chick.
She's a hot chick who, by the way,
So you say to a chick, "Fuck you"?
No, no, you don't know the story. Lieberman's got a half-ass story here that he's telling you. I went down there. I ordered drinks with JD at 12:30. They didn't come till 5 o'clock with the food. I was nice to the waitress. She came back.
By the way, your teeth are horrible.
Fuck my teeth.
You
Who
made
gives
them
a shit?
too white.
You know,
Hey, look at them. They're like fucking beacons.
So I told this lady
he had nice teeth, and now all you they were not noticeable.
All you do is look at his teeth.
Now-
You don't see the rest of his face.
Yeah, now all you see is his teeth. You fucking lunatic.
So I ordered at 12 o'clock. The food comes at 5 o'clock. But at 1 o'clock, I say to her, I go, "Where's the?" At 1:30,
well, that's legit.
1 hour goes by. I said, "Where's the food?" She goes, "I'm sorry, it's on the way." I go, "Okay." 2:30 comes.
Oh my God.
I'm waving my arms like a fucking like a plane's gonna crash on me because she's down below. I'm up on top by the cabana. Can you please come up here, waving my arms? She's just there diddling away.
What did you order?
We ordered a hamburger for JD, a hamburger for myself, a salad for another friend, like 4 basic dishes, nothing crazy, hamburgers.
Wow.
And I'm waving my arms. She comes up. After I wave my arms, she comes up another hour later at 3 o'clock. I go, "Look, what the fuck is going on here?" She
Right.
goes, "I'm sorry, we're caught up, blah, blah, blah." I go, "Look, I know you're not the cook. Your job is just to go back and forth. Do me a favor, get a manager. This has nothing to do with you."
Right.
She says, "Absolutely."
Well, it kind of does have something to do with her.
Well, in a sense, but
What do you mean it has nothing to do
I
with
wanted
her?
to speak to a manager because
Right.
I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Howard, at 4 o'clock, no manager comes. Not at all. Nothing. She comes back up. I go, "Where's the manager?" She goes, "Well, I thought we kind of settled this, you know." I said, "How did we
I
settle?"
just want to eat.
Yeah, that's it. So my buddy Jimmy's getting dizzy. He's literally getting dizzy. He has to sit down. He says, "I'm going to go to the bar and get something to eat." I go, "All right, fine." The food comes up at 5 o'clock.
Oh my God.
And now the food comes up. I'm like, "This is ridiculous." So she goes,
But
"Well,
these people are trying to get people to go to Vegas. They
I
can't
don't
treat
get
you
it.
like that.
I don't get it." So now we're sitting down eating. She gives me the bill. It's $180. I go, "What the fuck is this?" I said,
your lunch should have been free.
I
You're
know.
right.
Well, she took the food off, but the bill's still $180. She goes, "Well, your drinks are $30 a piece." I said, "The menu said 15." She goes, "No, but it's in the souvenir cup, which is $15 more.
Oh,
Unless you
boy.
make us aware
Oh,
of it."
that's horseshit.
Oh, that's why I was like, "You know what? Give me that receipt. Go fuck yourself.
All right.
Give that to your manager.
Justified.
Fuck them all."
Justified.
And when I went down to the lobby to check into this dump, the asshole goes, "Oh, we have 3 towers, sir. You're at the Paradise Tower." So I go, "Fine." I take my car key. This place is like a mall, Howard.
Yeah.
You can lose
No,
30 pounds just walk into your room.
I've been there.
I walk to the goddamn room. I put the key card in. Boop, boop, red. Boop, boop, red. Boop, boop, red. Can't get in the fucking place. I go to grab the phone, the assistant's phone. You think anybody picks up? No. It's only Friday at the Hard Rock Hotel. What do they do? They're busy doing I don't know what. No, I go all the way back downstairs. I go, "Look, I'm the Paradise Tower, room 309. It's not working." He goes, "Oh, no, so you're in the casino tower." I go,
Oh, my
They
God.
told me in the Paradise Tower. I go up to the casino tower, another 20-minute walk. Red again. The key
Oh,
card,
my
red.
God.
I see this guy, Jimmy, this fucking guy, he's a security guard there or something like that. He's a janitor. Nice guy, opens up the door, calls down to the main desk, calls a different number, gets a manager on the phone to bring up keys. No, we can't bring up keys to him. He has to come to see us.
Oh, my
But he could bypass the line.
Right.
I go back downstairs. I bypass the line. Who's waiting for me? Nobody. Nobody at all.
Chaos. Well,
So,
let me tell you something.
I was a little
Let me
upset.
tell you something. That's no way to run a hotel, especially in a town where they're trying to attract people and saying, "Hey, come to Vegas. You're going to have a great time."
Right.
It's all about service. It's all about the service industry.
It's not like they don't know
Seems
crowds
like he was the only one who had the
don't
problem,
gather
though.
in Vegas.
I did.
Nobody else had that problem.
No.
Nobody did. And
Well, listen, if he orders lunch at 1 o'clock and it doesn't come till 5:30, that's bullshit.
that's bullshit. And
a $30 drink where they say 15 on
Yeah.
the menu, that's bullshit.
That's what she goes, unless you specify it comes in the souvenir cup, which is $15 more for a cup. I wouldn't piss in that cup. It's ridiculous.
All right,
Nice big cup.
Well, then you're.
So I was a little angry. But I still gave the waitress an 18% gratuity.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
You know, what am I? I'm not a dick in that way. I mean, she's still doing her job.
I got to tell you, I don't know that I would.
Yeah, I paid her in full, but instead of signing my name, I wrote, "Give this to your manager who never came to see me after 5 hours of waiting. Go fuck yourself." That was to the manager.
All right. Well, I don't know that I have anything to say about that.
Well, I appreciate it. For once, we agree.
Who's the hot blonde you were with?
I wasn't with a hot blonde. When we went to the after party at the Crazy Horse 3, there was a beautiful blonde stripper who sat on my lap. She wanted to go into the
jerked you off?
No, she wanted to go in the champagne room, but I can barely pay my cell phone bill, let alone shell out cash in a champagne room.
Were you working out there with these guys?
Yeah, well,
Or
I
you
was
were
in
hired?
I was in the poker tournament with the guys. I was in the pool party, the bikini contest, and the comedy show. So I was just saying, like, I'm at 3 events at this place, and I can't even get a room, and I have to wait 5
So
hours.
you're working at the Hard Rock, and they're treating you like shit.
like horse shit, like horse shit.
But you didn't have a problem at the Hard Rock.
Not
right?
at all.
I've been there. They were great.
They were
but, you know,
great.
that's
They were
me. I
awesome
don't
to
know.
me.
I had a bad day there, you know. So, again, I paid the gratuity. Everyone has a bad day, and I moved on. So be it.
What's your take on this, Lieberman?
Yeah, what is your take?
Look, I think that Sal acted how Sal acts. I don't think necessarily that. I think he had a right to be angry about the food taking so long, but I think the reaction to the drinks was a little over the top, according to the waitress I spoke to
Well, the problem
and
with
the
these
manager
drinks is
I
that
spoke to.
that's the problem with America. They constantly rip off the little guy. Don't put $15 on a menu, then show up with 30 and say, well, you have to specify. Specify my ass.
Yeah, but how about making it the other way? Specify if you want the special cup.
Exactly.
And well, guess what? No one's going to get the special cup.
A $15
I just know that
cup?
Shuli was pissed that Sal
What is the special cup? by the
acted
way?
like this.
It's a fucking...
It's a 24-ounce cup with a straw that's in it built in. It's like one of those big drink cups.
You ever see these fat...
The big gulp?
They're like
You ever see these?
$3.
You ever see these
But that's
fat
what-
women,
that's
Howard,
what's
that walk out of the
15.
gym?
Yeah.
They have the fag bags on the hand. You know, they call them those, and they're carrying these big jugs of water. And you think to yourself, you're never losing weight. All you see is them sipping this cold ice water in that stupid plastic, disgusting, repulsive jug. That's what they give you a drinking.
I see.
And I paid $180 for those fucking things. I should go to Weight Watchers and just drop them off.
But Sal, weren't you angry they didn't have a cabana ready
No,
for you?
we got there. The place is the size of this fucking room. They got 2 pools and 4 lounge chairs. I'm like, this is crazy. I go, here I am.
Man, I've been at the Hard Rock. They have tons of lounge chairs.
Not at this place. There was like 25. They were all taken. I'm like, we can't even sit down. I have to sit on the concrete like an 8-year-old. And I go, this is crazy. So I'm sweating like a pig. I just walked 40 miles from my 2 hotel rooms. I turn to JD. I go, JD, we're doing 3 events here. Can we at least get a fucking lounge chair? So I call up Sequoia, and Sequoia informed me, goes, no, they've arranged for a cabana for you guys. I go, well, there's something. We get to the cabana, order the food at 12, get it at 5:30.
So you were in a cabana. At least.
Yeah.
At least you get sunstroke.
I wish I would have. I would have been better off.
I was pissed at Ronnie for the Ronnie Block party. And he did ask permission to go and everything, but I got to admit, like, it really did me no good because I was at AGT and Ronnie does a lot of stuff at AGT for me, and suddenly I was like inconvenienced. And I was like, no more doing that, Ron.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't good for me.
Okay.
Like, what was in that for me?
Well, I knew we were off from the radio show, and I knew we only had the 2 days at AGT.
It didn't go so
And
smooth.
I knew the other guys were going to be there, and
Turns out Ronnie does a lot, and he handles things, and I don't realize it.
Okay.
But you not being there made me realize, you go, why the fuck wouldn't I have Ronnie there?
I'm there.
Okay. Enough
That's
said.
what he was doing. He wanted you to realize
the whole
what he does.
No, stop it, Robin. It was the whole season. The only 2 days I missed.
I know. No more Ronnie Block party when I'm working.
Well,
when I
wasn't-
need you.
All right. Okay.
Well, we've been pursuing this, and Scott the engineer actually called Ronnie a hypocrite for his actions not being there for you, Howard, during AGT.
Who said that?
Scott the engineer.
Wow.
Because
he got mad about the bowling.
Right. Well, who cares? Him and that bowling. Scott's a nut.
But I knew we were off from the radio, and that's why I knew we were going to be off.
I know. I said okay to it, but I didn't like it. Like, I got there, I go, where's Ronnie? And they go, well, you gave him off. And I go, why would I do something stupid like that? You know what I mean? Like, what's in it for me?
What were you thinking?
All of a sudden, I look, I see all new guys, and I'm like, hey, who the fuck wants this? Where's my Ronnie?
Was security good, Howard? Were you better off with the new crew?
I mean, they were fine, but it just, I like when Ronnie's there.
You need your go-to guy.
Yeah, Ronnie's my guy. Like, I go to Ronnie, go, Ronnie, blah, 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 and then he goes and tells the other guys. Like, Ronnie's my conduit.
See?
And he'll go, hey, it's taken care of.
He's good.
He is good.
He's great.
I wouldn't have him if he wasn't good. He looks like he wouldn't be good.
See that,
and
Lieberman?
he sounds like he wouldn't be good.
That's for sure.
It's a great disguise.
But he's that's how he works.
Colonel Sanders is your security guard
He does look like
with the bifocals, the
Sal,
4-foot guy.
Sal, okay. So here's the real story about Sal.
Oh wait, come on! What? You can't take a joke?
So I'm in the car.
Evidently not.
I get picked up. I get picked up at the airport by this guy Dan who works for Sequoia, our promoter guy. So the phone rings. We're in the car. We're coming from the airport. Sal's on the phone throwing a shit fit because there's no cabana for him.
Well, I just explained that. There's not even a seat at this place.
Well, okay, a seat, but you needed a cabana.
Yeah.
No, I didn't need a cabana. They're going to provide a cabana.
But no, they weren't going to. They weren't providing a cabana.
Well, I got one.
Yeah, I know.
Which you hung out in for free, courtesy
Sal,
of me.
I was there, what, for an hour?
Confirming our story once again.
Sal, are you a pain in the ass? Is that what?
No, I'm very low key.
Are you getting carried away with
No,
yourself?
Sal, you're not low key.
I'm very low key. I am no prima donna. As a matter of fact, I despise things like that.
I mean, you can't be a prima donna unless you're somebody.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm beneath. I'm beneath.
Right, you're a douchebag.
Exactly.
You're beneath somebody.
Right, exactly.
You're under everyone.
I'm so nobody. I can't even explain that I'm a nobody.
Right.
But yeah, that's
the guy at the Hard Rock didn't know who you were, though.
Exactly.
That was the whole thing.
Rick, go ahead.
Yeah, hey guys, how's it going?
Hey.
Hey Sal, I'm with you. I was there a month ago. Same fucking deal.
With the drinks, right?
Drinks, $30 a piece out of the fucking cup, whatever they call it.
Cup.
The food took 3 hours to get.
They got to get on that.
Yeah, what is that all
about? With 25,000, and I'm promised a cabana, and it's the same shit.
You know what? That's like
bullshit lounge chair.
That's like when you go to a third world country on vacation,
right?
And you go to a fast food restaurant, you have to wait like 2 hours for a hamburger, and you're like, no, you guys don't get the concept of fast food. You got to hurry it.
Exactly.
But that shouldn't be going on in Vegas.
The hardest thing is the waitresses are hot. I mean, I didn't go all the way and tell her to go fuck herself, but. You know, it's hard to get mad at these girls because they're beautiful.
I have to say, that's probably why I gave this girl 18%. She was gorgeous.
And told her to go fuck herself.
No, I didn't. I wrote that on the receipt for the manager. And she said, thank you. I agree with you. The manager never came. Come
I
on.
wonder if anybody gets to fuck like the waitresses and stuff. They gotta, right?
You know, I saw you know who's the banquet manager there in the Hard Rock now?
Who?
Seth. Remember Seth?
I know Seth.
The butler dude?
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a banquet manager there now.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
How are these girls?
He's the only guy that really hung in. Because, you know, they've changed hands a couple of times since we've gone there.
Right.
You know, with the show. And he's the only one who's pretty much hung in there.
I've always had a good experience there, but you can't go by me.
Well, I've heard that management has changed since you've been there.
Oh, yeah, twice.
Twice, so there you go.
Does Seth get to fuck the waitresses?
No, he's got his wife is one of the waitresses, so he fucks her, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Well, then he is fucking.
They got a couple of kids, so I guess he's been
He is fucking one of the waitresses.
Management freaked out when that one girl took her top off during the bikini contest.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
They got bent.
They were not happy about
I've
that.
seen that bikini contest by the Hard Rock. It is so fucking great. Maybe that's why they don't care about the food. They know that pool action is so great.
Oh, my God.
Well, this was the Ronnie Munn bikini contest. His girlfriend was even a contestant.
Is that right?
Just as a joke, she was dead.
You have to hear this clip, Howard, if you have it.
Oh, stop it.
What is it?
Ronnie's girlfriend.
Was a joke, idiot.
Ronnie's girlfriend, who is wonderful, I must say.
Everything's a headline with you.
No, I'm not sure why this woman is with Ronnie. She's wonderful.
Right.
She is in the bikini contest. And you have to hear what Ronnie and the guys say while she prances across the stage.
Let me hear this.
Oh, dear.
All right.
First of all, what a major piece of ass.
Nice.
Motherfucker. Who's banging her, JD? He's a lucky motherfucker. Mr. Munn? Well, I'm the one who's fucking her every night.
I gave her a 0.
You gave her a 0?
I gave her a 0. She shouldn't have been in the contest. She just wanted to, you know.
Right.
So, I gave her a 0.
Yeah, but she's.
But you hear what he said?
What did he say?
Play what he said.
I said, who's banging her, JD? Who's the lucky guy banging her?
No, you said more than that about licking something.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe.
There's another clip there.
Let me hear.
Your dick right now, Ronnie. I'll give her a 0. Oh!
That's terrible, Ronnie. 0 to your
All right,
girlfriend?
whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, boys.
All right.
Thank you, speech impediment man.
Another fun weekend.
Well, it sounds like you guys had a good time.
No, we did. We did have a good time.
Sounds
It was
like
a
you
lot
were
of fun.
successful even without Scott the engineer. I guess. I guess the
It's
block
still
party.
going
Yeah,
on.
we sold almost 800 tickets at the joint, so we were
How
happy.
much money would Scott have made if he stayed with the block party just for that weekend?
That weekend, he probably made at least $3 grand.
Holy.
One day.
One day.
Saturday.
And gets to go to Vegas.
Yep.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
Look at all the hot chicks at the pool.
You have a good time there?
Yeah, it was all right. I saw a
You had a
girl.
good time?
I saw a girl get fingered in the pool.
You saw a girl get fingered?
What?
No shit.
Yeah.
Was she hot?
She was cute, maybe a little thick, but it was just weird. Like they're just like these two people. They think no one's watching, but
They
And
don't
you could see
care.
his finger in her?
At that pool, they don't care.
This guy's hands
I'm
was
not getting
disappearing
in
and her eyes were rolling in the back of her head. So.
Robin, you're not going to get in the pool?
No way.
Don't you want to
Yeah.
get fingered? Hey, someone told me that Richard Christie was there too, right?
Yeah, he was
Richard Christie was there.
And
Someone
and
told
his
me
wife.
someone told me he almost drowned in the Hard Rock pool because he tried to swim with a beer in each hand
Two
across
beers.
the pool.
Yeah, one in each hand.
And then he started sinking.
He's not in sync. But
does he
he
think
wouldn't
he
let
is,
the beer
Jackie?
spill, dude.
didn't
He'd
want
rather
to-
sink than the beer spill in.
He'd rather die.
Yeah, exactly. Him and his
Wow.
beer, man. He loves that beer.
Crazy.
It was crazy. There were so many things. I mean, JD getting knocked out of the poker tournament by Eric the actor.
Wow, no kidding.
Yeah.
You got beaten by
You
Eric
lost
the actor?
to Eric the
And then
actor.
JD threw a fit.
I was losing, and I said I need to make a big move here. So I tried to bluff him, but the fucker had an ace. He had like aces for like 8 hands in a row. It was pissing me off.
You went all in against his aces.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know he had an ace until
I did that also against Shuley.
So who won the poker tournament?
No.
Some guy, I don't know who won. I lasted longer than I thought because I don't know much about
Yeah,
Texas Hold'em.
he's a bad card player, Ron.
But I did good, man. I
Yeah.
did pretty good considering. I lasted about 3 hours.
Did JD get laid?
He had a visitor in his room. I don't know if he got laid.
No kid, look at you. Look at
so
the role
he's
you're
back
He
on
loves it, man. He loves the block party.
How come you act like the block party's no big deal, dude? It's giving you a whole life.
I don't know.
And then I go to you, how was the block party? And you're like, I don't know.
It was all right. I didn't get into anything like way crazy or anything. I saw someone for a little bit, and that was it. I don't,
It's every place we go.
No, it's not every place.
Someone just
No,
for a
it's
little
not.
bit.
It's not every place. Nothing happened in Toronto. So
So you had a female visitor.
briefly, yes.
A nice looking girl.
Good looking.
I didn't
Yes.
see her.
Yes.
I didn't see her.
Yes.
Good looking girl came to your room.
Yes.
And what happened?
So I
You had
2 hours, I heard.
2 hours. How did you hear?
He's a news guy.
I don't even think it was an hour. Really, I don't know.
Well, you mean like a quickie, and that was it?
Listen, I don't want to embarrass anyone. We just had.
We don't know who it
We
is.
had some
Why
fun.
could you
No,
embarrass
but she
anyone?
knows, and the person that she was
knows.
her
Who
friends
cares?
might know.
We didn't
I
give
don't
her
know.
name.
I'm tired of getting yelled at by people that I talk about. So,
So
Yeah,
are
but
you going to
meanwhile,
see
they're-
this girl
join the
again?
club,
But
dude.
they're with you because you're on the show, and they love getting talked about. But then
No, they
act
don't like
don't.
being talked
no,
about.
then they act like
Nobody
they don't.
likes being talked about if they're with JD. That seems
That's
to be
it.
the case.
well, and I don't like really much to talk about it.
And this girl didn't give you a bill afterward?
no bill.
No bill. You weren't
No
billed
bill.
anything.
No bill.
Didn't cost you anything.
No.
Good at you.
Oh, so you just
I
told
was.
us you had
I didn't even
something.
spend any money at the Crazy Horse.
No, they flocked to JD. Flocked.
Do they?
Flock.
Honestly,
Shut up, John.
I was there.
Are you kidding me? Flocked.
Ronnie,
Yeah, some guy paid a girl to come over and dance.
back me up here,
that's not
Ronnie.
flocking.
Yeah, some guys had paid for some dances to
Yeah.
send the girls over to him.
right. That was at Crazy Horse 3.
That's why they flocked to him.
Those
at
girls,
Crazy Horse, is the girl that went back to his room from Crazy Horse?
No, she was not. That was my point. Was at the poker tournament, women flocked
Oh,
to
yeah.
JD
Yeah, they did.
to get pictures with him,
Right.
to hug him, and then he is
Yeah,
so
but they have
non.
boyfriends with them and
Dude,
stuff.
what is your move when you get the girl in the room? Do you start making out with them right away? Because in an hour, that's not much time.
No, it was a
Are you
little.
like, hey,
was ready.
baby?
Depends.
Yeah.
It depends.
It started prior to getting to the
But
room.
are you like, hey,
They
baby?
were all
This
over
is
each other?
I mean, this is someone I've been in contact with for a while.
Look,
and,
you know what you want, and I know what I want.
This
Let's
guy's
go.
in contact with so many people for a while.
From Facebook.
And they just show up in these places.
I know.
It's crazy.
They won't show up at his apartment, but they'll show
No,
up if he's
but-
appearing
hey,
somewhere.
They don't live in New York.
He's better off. He's
Right.
probably better off.
I think they have numbers. They're assigned numbers. So when they come up to JD, they just reveal their number.
You're
so that he knows
John.
who they
you're so
are.
Funny.
But why do you get rid of the girl after an hour? Like, why not?
Her phone was ringing. She had to go.
She had things to do.
That was a parole
She
officer.
comes in the room, blows you, and then leaves?
I won't say what exactly happened, but she
Wipe your chin.
Someone, her friend was kept texting and calling, and
But why does she have to run? Like, can't you say to the front, I'm with JD?
I don't know.
They don't want anyone to know.
I guess I don't know. I don't know.
Is it embarrassing to you that they don't want anyone to know?
No, I don't mind secrecy at all. I prefer secrecy.
You're like the Elephant Man.
Shut up. In a lot of ways, I guess I am.
Don't tell anyone. Oh my God.
Happens in Baker Sturgeon, Baker.
Oh man, was there more than one woman in Vegas?
No,
just the one.
Yeah,
We were only there. He was only there one day, really, like 24 hours.
Right.
Ron,
Yeah.
how fearful were you when you signed on for the Vegas block party upon realizing that you'd be missing a couple tapings of America's Got Talent?
Well, I didn't miss it because of the block party. I missed it because of the Exotic Dancer Awards. I had two gigs going on that week. I had the weekend thing, and I had Tuesday night, and Wednesday I had Gentlemen's Club Expo and the Exotic Dancer Awards.
So you had a lot of very prestigious engagements, prior engagements.
And went to see Amy Schumer at the Riviera also. Had a lot of things going on.
Right, but you've always said and you've always maintained Howard comes first. So this must have tugged at your heartstrings and your employment strings a little
I
bit.
asked permission 3 months beforehand, because I knew. First of all, I knew about the Exotic Dancer Awards 3 months prior. I didn't know for sure that we were going to do the block party at the Hard Rock. It was in the talks, but it wasn't confirmed when I asked permission. The main thing I was concerned about was the Exotic Dancer Awards because that was on Tuesday and Wednesday, and AGT was on Tuesday and Wednesday. So I couldn't be there for those two live shows. And I had asked permission 3 months in advance to Howard, and he said it would be fine because we had no radio show that week either. So it was only America's Got Talent. He said he was fine with it. And I left him in good hands. I left him with Joe, who's my partner, and he knows Joe for years, just like he knows me. And Pat, he knows Pat for years. Pat drives him, he knows Pat. So I left him in good hands.
It's
not
not
like
as if
I just got up and walked out and said,
Right.
fuck you, man, you're on your own.
And left him with some stranger.
Exactly. I left him in good hands with good people. So
While you were at the stripper awards,
Yes.
possibly staring at some stripper's ass or
Yes.
something like that, were you preoccupied?
presenting awards.
Were your eyes on a stripper, but your mind on Howard and how the taping was going?
Well, no, I was in contact with the guys, and they told me everything went fine, so I wasn't worried about it.
So why do you think Howard yearned for your return?
I don't know.
What do you think-
He's
what do you
used
think triggered
he's
that?
used to having me there. It's used to saying, maybe the guys, security-wise, took care of him very well, I'm sure, but he'll turn to me for certain other things, and I'd find out answers for him. So I'm kind of like his go-to guy, like he said. So, which makes me feel good.
I was going to say, lately, a lot of times he hasn't taken your side, and you feel like he's almost out to get you.
Right.
But then today he admits, hey, man, I need you. You're my go-to guy.
Right. So.
You've got a little extra spring in your step today.
Right. No.
You're feeling good.
I'm feeling good. Yeah. No spring. No spring in my step. Too old for that shit.
You're almost smiling.
I'm almost smiling.
Which is like a
never
huge
happens.
smile for
Never
you.
happens. Never happens. Totally. No.
So now you're going to be extra mindful of leaving Howard, even though America's Got Talent's almost at its end for this season.
2 more days, man.
But for future engagements, not just AGT related, you're going to make sure, I think, that you're there for your man because he needs you.
If, provided nothing terrible happens where I can't be there, then I'm there.
But you'll never choose an Exotic Dancer Award show over your main man again.
I don't know. If he says it's okay, then it's okay.
It's hard to tear you away from the pole.
Yeah. Those people love me, man. They love having me there presenting awards up on stage. You get the crowd going, make everybody, crazy.
Sal, were you surprised that Howard actually had your back in this whole ordeal? Because he can go both ways on these topics. You know, the lack of gratitude, all that.
I think once I thoroughly explained it, he agreed, and that was nice. And he's right. You know, you can't treat people that way. You can't. I never complain about anything. And like I said, I still gave the girl a nice tip. And things happen. But, I mean, 2, 3, 4 times in a row. I mean, between 2 different rooms, the key card not working twice, food, 5 hours for food, that is just uncalled for. So that's why I wrote Go Fuck Yourself to the management.
You had about a week while the show was on hiatus before you were going to return, and you knew this story would surface. What was going through your mind?
I thought, when I heard the tape of me being angry, I thought I overreacted. And I said, oh, God, Howard's going to say I'm an idiot. And he was right about that. Like, my reaction was a little bit over the top. I had a few drinks in me at the time. Not that that's an excuse, but whatever. And, you know, I think I might have overreacted a little bit, you know, writing Go Fuck Yourself on a receipt. But big deal. I mean, I was angry. A lot of people wouldn't even have tolerated it at all. At least I did. I paid the bill, $180. I still paid the fucking bill and everything else. We got ripped off. Timmy!
My man Sal.
My man Tim.
Now that this topic's been brought up on the air, do you think you'll get any free promotional things from the Hard Rock? Or
I don't want anything from the Hard Rock. I never asked for free promotional things from anybody.
Yeah, but what if they try to make it right? They've heard this situation. This is a PR nightmare for them. You want to let them suffer, or can they get back in your good graces?
That's up to them. Right now, I have no intentions of going back. You know, I stay there for the rest of the week. I did my duties. I performed at the show. I was in the poker tournament. I was a judge for the bikini contest. So I did everything I could do for the Hard Rock, and things happen.
A couple of funny things about vacation. I came back in this morning, and the first one I saw was Fa Fa Fooey, Baba Boo Hi. Some people know him as Baba Booey, some Fa Fa Fooey, Sa Sa Su Hi. There's so many different names. And Fa Fa Fo Hi has grown a beard.
He has facial hair.
Yeah, he has a goatee.
What's he up to?
It's fully gray.
Oh, it's terrible.
And it's really disturbing. I want him to shave it off.
It looks like his face is dirty.
Yeah. Shave that off.
What do you mean to shave it off?
I don't like it.
I know, but you
looks dirty.
You're not good with any kind of change. Like in a week,
right.
If I kept it for 2 weeks, you go, "Why'd you shave that off?"
Yeah.
Like as soon as you see change, you immediately hate it.
Did you ever say that? Because he used to wear a full mustache. Remember the stash?
Yeah, I hated the stash.
I
I look
like
at
it
it now and I go, "What the fuck was I thinking?"
But that is a full stash.
Well, it's different. It's listen, I'm not even.
It's a Van Dyke thing.
I'm not even committed to this. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, you know, he used to be Boy Gary. Now he's like old man Gary.
Man Gary.
I mean, it ages you.
Yeah, me and David Wright are growing a beard until the Mets go 500.
That ain't happening. Color.
I don't want to say you look Arabic, but I don't think they're ever going to let you on a plane again.
That's right.
That's
you
right.
Might as well wrap your head.
They're gonna get a hold of you at the airport and confiscate everything in your bags.
The Mets should have said they're not going to shave until the Yankees sweep the Red Sox.
Well, they can shave now.
I just wanted everybody to see what Ronnie would look like if he didn't dye it.
But you don't dye your hair.
No, I don't.
And your
I don't dye
beard
anything.
is completely gray.
Yeah, like my hair is still dark, but my beard is gray.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Sometimes when I don't shave for a couple of days, it starts to you see the gray, and I go, I got to shave. I don't want people seeing that.
Yeah.
My beard's insanely gray. It's like mostly gray.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I'm
see
not.
that.
I don't. When I go about a week, it's done.
I can see it right now.
Yeah, I look like Santa Claus.
By the way, also over vacation, Artie must have lost another 100 pounds. He's, I would say you're about 60, 70 pounds down easily.
Are you down to you think you're 220?
No, I don't think I'm 220. I'm probably in a 230 something.
No, you're way less than that.
I just look at because, I mean,
You're not buying different clothes. You're wearing the big clothes still, huh?
No, I had to go to the Gap and buy T-shirts, which is weird for me because I don't buy any clothes. But, yeah, I mean, before I was just like,
am I hallucinating, but is the hair in your arms coming back?
I'm telling you what, man, it was all that Subutex shit. Anyone out there taking it, I stopped taking Subutex, and the hair started growing back on my arms.
Well, it's also your weight was so heavy.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with hair, though?
He didn't wear anything to rub the hair off.
I think sometimes when you get that heavy, hormonally, things change in your body.
You mean the hair couldn't even grow?
Yeah, I'm saying...
Well, it's all going to fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. That was freaky, man. If you Google that Subutex shit, there's like 4 million side effects.
Is one of them hair loss?
It could be, yeah.
No.
And one of the things, like I was on typical me.
You're lucky you didn't lose the hair on your head.
Yeah, I actually kept all of that basically, but the guy told me, typical me, like do everything to extreme. The doctor said, look, this shit it takes away withdrawal, so it's strong.
Right.
You can only be on this for like a month. I was on it for 4 years.
Right.
On and off. So
I bet you weigh, I'm going to say you lost about...
At least 50.
More.
All told, you look good. What?
No, I'm saying that was very a surprised thing in your face.
Oh,
like,
stop.
You look good.
You look human.
Listen, I feel way better.
When's the last time you weighed yourself?
Probably about 2 weeks ago.
What did you weigh then?
I weighed 240.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so, but because I was up to like, 295. I mean, I lost, so that's 50 pounds.
Yeah.
That's a major loss.
No, you look good. Good for you.
Thank you. I still,
it's about fucking time.
When I was...
Yeah, put yourself together, man.
Do you know what I weighed during beer league, though?
I do know.
200 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I still want to lose another 40 pounds, but...
all right.
I might have lost.
What are you doing? Are you playing a lot of sports?
You know what I can't stop doing? I'm telling you something. I bought those fucking jet skis. Holy shit, is that fun?
Yeah, it is.
But is that exercise?
Dude, it's a workout, man, because you're out there on that thing.
You have to hold yourself on that.
You got to hold yourself on it, and you go over. If a boat comes by and there's wakes, you're jumping the wakes, and you got to physically...
That's exercise, a jet ski? I can see the jet skis getting exercise.
It's rough to hang on to that thing. You use a lot of strength. I can see that, and he's out on the water, you can't get food.
I mean,
that's true. That's what I think. You're busy jet skiing around. You're
Actually,
not eating.
there is a Burger King drive-through. But the other thing is getting the fucking jet ski out. You got to untie it, and then I guess Robin doesn't do this. She has a captain all the time. But I don't have a captain all the time. You got to fucking lift the thing.
I see.
Get it out.
You're
and then
busy. You're physical.
This is compared to doing nothing before.
Right. So now you're running around and
I'm running around. I'm doing more than someone pushing me on stage and doing stand up and someone driving me here and sitting.
Right.
So just from living life, I'm losing weight.
Good. All right. So there's Artie. His secret is the jet skiing.
Yes, that's the secret
first
to
I've heard
diet.
of that. I've never heard that before.
The jet ski diet.
You go out on a jet ski for half an hour, you come back, you're sore as a motherfucker. It's like a...
Jeez.
But I also play basketball like 3 times a week.
Well, that I get.
That probably is doing something.
I'm in our 3-on-3 league. We're 5-2, and I'm averaging 6 points a game.
If you want to get a great workout, you know what I do? I enter the limo and then I leave the limo. And you should see. You have to duck down to get out, and then you have to switch.
It improves your flexibility.
It improves your core. Now that I realize jet skiing is an exercise, I realize what I'm doing.
Well, if I want to lose...
into and out of the limo.
That's right. Listen, think about it. You have to duck down. You got to get up. There's no food around. Don't ask.
Here's the thing. If I want to lose the last, 30 pounds I want to lose, then I'm gonna have to go to the gym and do all that shit.
Yeah, no, you got to tighten up.
Then I got to jog.
Sometimes the limo doesn't pull right to the curb. You have to step up.
There's my buddy Ross Zapin.
There it
is. This is their usual daily meeting.
Yes.
Hey, Ross, what do you think of Gary's beard?
I think he needs to trim it a little bit.
Trim it?
Looks like Gabby Hayes.
Yeah, I'm panning for gold.
Gabby Bowie. Hey, Ross, you see Springsteen in Page 6? He's pretty buff, man.
Great.
You'd fuck him, right?
He just got back from seeing him in Italy.
If, Gary, that beard looks horrible. I'm going to be the one to tell you. It looks terrible. I'm not saying it to be funny.
Like I said, I'm not committed to it, and
It's all gray. I mean, you look like Santa Claus.
It's funny. You were the guy, like, when Scott the engineer.
You look like Beaver Claus.
When Scott the engineer got a toupee, you were the guy that told him it was horrible, and then 6 months later when he took it off, you're like, how come he took it off?
Well, he just looks horrible.
Yeah, but you can't trim the sides. I'm working on it.
What are you saying, Ross? What should he do?
Just trim the sides.
What?
You should trim the sides a little more. It's too thick. It's too wide.
You want to know something? I never used to listen to you, Ross, but he gave me fashion advice. He told me to get these jeans. What kind of jeans am I wearing?
AG.
AG. I'm wearing them now. I look handsome as hell.
G-A-Y.
They make my ass look really beautiful. Look at this, man.
Let me see.
Look at these
They
jeans.
make your ass look beautiful?
Look at it. Oh, I feel so. It's like your
He's
new
showing
bra.
Artie his ass.
Look at my ass.
You look the same as you're doing everything
You're
else.
showing Artie your ass, and
Artie.
you're wearing a pink shirt.
Artie, look at my cock.
What are you trying to tell us?
I'll admit his cock looks better in those jeans.
His cock rides well in there.
AG jeans.
How is
Your jeans were fine before.
Go check out the store, Upper West Side of Manhattan. AG jeans.
Okay.
Hey Ross, how was Springsteen in Italy?
It was amazing.
How many
Was
times?
he better in Italy than in New Jersey?
Yeah, I mean, seeing the wild thing is watching the crowd that doesn't speak English before the show, and then when he starts singing, everybody knows English. And
That was good for you.
the intensity is amazing.
Apparently the bigger crowds. How many people?
It's a 75,000 stadium, but they only put 50,000 in.
So it made you happy when Bruce was singing in English and the Italians knew all the words, and you were quelling for your Bruce.
Yes, and my wife finally gets it now, so I can go on tour the rest of the year and she won't mind.
Now, did you bring a sign?
Yes, I did.
What was your sign? What did it
New
say?
York City Serenade sign.
He's never done it.
Has he ever
Gonna
played?
do it.
Did he ever play New York City Serenade?
Yes, he has.
And you hold that up in the hopes that he will play it again.
Yes, and I made sure Melissa was on my shoulder, so I know he saw it, but he didn't play it.
She take off her top?
It was this close for me to tell I was on the fence.
New York City Serenade, la buona terrana.
You know, Artie, for such a Springsteen fan, you give me so much crap.
Oh, come on, Ross. We're on the air. I'm busting your chops. But I'm just saying, like, in Italy, first of all, I've seen Springsteen 50 times. I've never seen him do New York City Serenade.
What number was that for you, Ross? How many times?
It's north of 110.
110 times.
Do you have all of this documented?
Oh my God, I can tell you that. Ross, there's a funny ritual when you go with Ross. So we know some of the guys that work there. So sometimes they give us a set list, which Ross immediately folds up and put in his pocket. He will not look at the set list. And if you fucking talk about the set list, he puts his fingers in his ears or yells at you. But when the show's over, he takes the set list and the ticket stub and he sort of files them away.
Do you have him in a little? Do you have him in a special gay book?
Yes, it's my gay book. But I actually was just online and I found, because when I started going to shows, I knew nobody. There's actually an all-access pass they're selling for my first Springsteen show, and I'm actually going to go buy it online.
Wow.
For crazy.
Where do you put all these ticket stubs and set lists? Where do they reside?
And I just keep things in it.
You have a box?
Yes.
Yeah.
The secret box.
Yeah, like a box. That's what they call a woman's vagina, a box. I get it. Hey, if your beard was all gray like Gary's, would you grow a beard? Because doesn't that date you?
First of all, I have to be honest with you. When I didn't know that this is what was going to happen.
Yeah, but Gary, it's happened.
You
so.
saw it. Now you keep it.
But you seem to like it. Does your
Gray on the side.
wife like this?
She does.
She likes a big gray beard.
She does.
Is she a fan of Santa Claus?
It's not that bad.
Does she like Ken Kesey?
Fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide who Gary looks like. He looks like somebody with that Van Dyke.
He looks like Gary as an old man.
Like a Vince Scott the engineer.
What do you think the
Sal was
beard...
dancing with the Gary mask on during that, and he has now a big gray beard attached to the mask.
Yes.
It was great.
What do you think the beard does for the lips? Does it minimize them?
No, makes them
or-
look bigger. It does. I swear to God. Like, his lips weren't looking that big to me, and now they look huge. Right, Ross?
Let me see. No.
Oh, you're standing right there. You'd say it.
Being honest.
No, honestly, Gary, makes your lips and teeth look bigger.
But like I said,
It's like, listen, if I drew a big circle around those lips and teeth, it would make them look bigger.
If you had a big zit, you wouldn't put a circle around it.
Right. It's like a big gray and black circle around his lips and teeth. Why would you accentuate
It's like if you can't throw a ball, throwing out a first pitch at a Met game.
Yeah. His whole life makes no sense.
Ronnie, what do you think of Gary's goatee?
Hey, what's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with it. He'll join the club like me. The JFM club. He has to get the right color, though, I don't know if his hair is black or it's dark brown or what. He's got to experiment a little bit.
You don't think he should leave it gray?
No, you don't leave it gray. Nah, his is like, if I let mine go again, it would be like mine. His is white. It's not gray. It's white. You can see it's growing in white, not gray.
If he wants to leave it, he should probably not dye it like Ronnie's stupid dye job.
You motherfucker!
That looks like the devil when you dye it really dark like him.
It's not dark, you stupid fuck.
What?
It's not dark. I got gray in mine. I left gray. I leave gray in mine. I don't look like Sal. I'm not like I don't make mine like the magician dude.
So yeah, you gotta leave, he should dye it a little darker, but not totally dark.
Do you think it'll be?
A little gray.
You think it'll be a good look for him?
No.
I don't think Gary has a goatee. I think Gary just shaved the rest of the fur around his face, and he forgot some around his lips. That's what I think.
Do you think he should dye it?
I think he should just die. No, I wouldn't wish death on Gary. I just think, I don't know, it kind of looks like, when you go to the zoo and you see all the monkeys and stuff, and this might be a bad example, but like you never can tell who the old one is unless you see like silver fur. Yeah. Like Gary's silver fur around his chin gives him away as the Papa Chimp, as the Grandpa Chimp. So I think he should just get rid of it. He shouldn't dye it. He shouldn't keep it there. It's just like, I don't know. It doesn't matter what you do. He's just a mess from top to bottom. There's nothing that can enhance Gary, make him look better.
Do you think he should dye it?
He should try it. One of my favorite all-time beards is Billy Mays. May rest in peace. But he had the most amazing dye job on his beard that I ever saw, and I really admire that. And I think Gary should maybe carry on the torch that Billy Mays, started, which is, and Ronnie is dyeing your beard.
Well, as a guy that can grow a gorgeous goatee, as you can see, I don't know, it's a little rough.
Is it the gray?
The gray doesn't help, and like Howard said, it's kind of spread out. It's almost like osmosis. Looks like his lips went moldy, and then it started, creeping up his face. So I would say either go with a full beard and just try and mask the entire face, or just keep it a little more like a strip, So he's got some work to do.
Honestly, I love Gary, but that goatee is scaring me. It is, first of all, it's two different colors, which freaks me out. It's white on the bottom, it's darker on top, so it looks like he has a mustache and like stuff growing down here. Mustaches are creepy, but he looks old. It makes him look old. I mean, I don't know. I turn around, I see this old dude with a white beard next to me. I'm like, not that Gary ever looked that young to me, but he went from being like a dad to being a granddad.
I think it's interesting. I don't know if I like it. This is a great goatee, isn't it not? So I've had it for so long, so you're so used to it. That's all anyone around here knows me with. So it might just take a little bit of getting used to, but I predict it will be gone within a week or two. It just, I don't know. It's a little weird. Sometimes it makes you look younger. In this case, it definitely makes him look older. I don't think that's what he's going for.
I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it looks good. I don't think it looks particularly bad. I think he's got to work on sort of a blend going from the dark to light. I think he's got to be consistent in the color, but something tells me by the end of the week it's going to be gone. Just a gut.
Howard's giving you a lot of shit for this new goatee. He thinks that it draws too much attention to your lips and that you should shave it. Are you going to shave it?
I don't know. Again, I'm not going to shave it because he told me to shave it off. I almost shaved it this morning before I came in. Like I said, I'm not fully committed to it. So I have to decide. I have to probably clean it up a little bit more and then decide what I want to do. I don't care that it's got gray and it doesn't bother me.
So you wouldn't take the Ronnie approach and put a little color in?
It's going to look like, you have to match your hair and your eyebrows or you look retarded. And I don't really have that kind of time.
Now, do you think this makes you look older? Are you going for like an older look?
Not necessarily.
Or younger?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not fully committed to it. I'm not even sure that I like it myself, but, You get bored, you try shit out.
Kane?
Yes, indeed.
You've changed since you bowed out of the race.
Well, it's been hard, you know. I really had a long time to sit and discuss what it was I wanted to do. And I know exactly what I want to do, but it will not be what I do not want to do because that is entirely my doing.
Now, you clearly haven't lost your great way of explaining things, so...
Thank you. I appreciate your comment, though your comment does not need appreciation. However, if it did, I would have appreciated it.
Mr. Kane, you're nothing short of articulate.
Well, I am.
Are you looking forward to today's meeting with Howard?
Absolutely. You know, Howard Stern understands me, and I will have a chance to present myself and my case to the entire American public, because they will understand that I know that they know that we both know what needs to be known.
And we now know that.
Yes.
Do you want to bring Herman Cain in right now, sit him down? Do you want to talk to him for a minute, or do you feel comfortable? We gave him the lines. I should have told him, you know...
No, I would sit him down.
Okay.
Right now, and
maybe you just want to make him feel, you know.
Yeah.
He's also Billy Crystal. Should you need Billy Crystal?
By the way, should we? I think we should sit him on the. You know what I was thinking? Should probably sit him down on the couch. Let him do it, and then after his segment, I think we should be done. Maybe, unless I say to you.
Well, if it goes well, my feeling was if it went really well, I'd almost take him out and maybe bring him back later. If you felt it went really strong.
Okay. I'm not sure. You know, I got to see how it goes.
It's Robert. Robert is his name. Hey, Robert. This is
Hey, Robert. How you doing, man?
Morning. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. It's not fun.
You know what? When someone drops out of a campaign race and you put a lot of money and heart and soul into it, you know what?
It's not fun.
You know.
You know.
We're going to give you these, but I'm going to adjust your microphone.
Yeah, I like it loud.
Well, right here is your...
Thanks.
You can go as loud as you want. I do it till my ears bleed.
Is that good?
Yeah.
You know, so, hey, Robert, we wrote a bunch of lines to help you sort of, you know, but you use them.
Yeah.
You know, we thought these were funny.
It's right here.
Your
mic is right here.
That's my mic here, yeah?
Yeah. Can I throw you? I'll help you adjust when you get back.
Thanks,
So,
man.
we thought these were funny. You can, you know,
Sure.
have fun with them.
Did you want to start in around Robin or foreign policy or just extra?
We can go with. I'll interview you about Rob, and I'll ask you about foreign policy. You just go
whatever you are, man.
And then also you can just bring stuff up, you know.
Yeah, I'll just go with you. I always just watch the conductor.
Herman Cain stopping by. You know, this guy Herman Cain, to me, out of all these Republicans, he's the most fascinating of all time. And I'll tell you why. His story should be made into a movie, for my opinion. He's the greatest, because here's a guy. You got to remember, Herman Cain, I mean, nobody knew who he was. This guy's never served in any office. He was a pizza guy. And he decides to run for president. Now, why did he decide to run for president?
His life was going too well.
His life was going great. He wrote a book. The guy wrote a book. This is the way it really went down. He wrote a book, and he said,
how do I promote this thing?
Donald Trump was the first one to do this. He wrote his first book, and his PR guy said to him, run for president. And he was like, I don't want to be president. He goes, no, if you run for president, the book will sell. And this book sold a billion copies. It really put Donald on the map.
Mm-hmm.
And so Herman Cain from the same playbook said, look, nobody gives a fuck about me, but I'll show up at some of these early Republican debates. I know I'm not going to win. I know I'm not going to matter. And nobody knows who I am. And quite frankly, I don't even know what I'm talking about.
But it's free publicity.
Yeah. It's like when I ran for governor. It was fun. It was a fun stunt. And I got freaked out when I started winning. The Polestar had me going up over...
You had the same reaction, Herman Cain? Oh,
yes,
no.
This is why I know about this. I was up to 23%, and all of a sudden they're demanding to see... Like, they wanted me to open my books. I was like, what?
Wait a minute.
I'm not going to be the governor. I'm going to resign after 3 days. So Herman Cain decides he's going to promote his book. So he starts going on these Republican debates and this and that. Now, the field of Republicans evidently is so bad. I mean, this Mitt Romney can't get anybody to be for him because he's a moderate. And to win the Republican nomination, you've got to be a lunatic, So all of a sudden, no one likes any of these candidates. And Herman Cain somehow becomes attractive to a lot of these Tea Party guys. I don't know what they wanted to prove, but they wanted to prove that they were for Herman Cain. And all of a sudden now he's like, oh, shit, I'm the front runner. They start looking into this guy. And before you know it, he fucked up his whole scene. He was getting chicks. He had girls. He was harassing people, allegedly. I mean, it is fantastic what was going on with this guy. He had obscurity. He had money. And now his book promotion went completely fucking Baba Flooey, if you know what I mean.
Well, just imagine having to go home.
Oh, now he's got to go face his wife. Nobody was looking into this guy. He wanted to go fuck around. Don't worry about it. Nobody knows who you are. When you're anonymous, nobody ever finds out you're fucking around unless they hire a private eye or some shit. The wife was happy. He was happy. He had a book. He was a CEO. No, it wasn't good enough. Listen, that shit will backfire on you. He never expected in his wildest dreams to be the front runner for the Republican nomination for the presidency of the United States. Even he was probably like, what the hell are these people doing? You know what it reminds me of? Remember the movie The Producers where,
Yeah, they wanted a bomb.
They wanted a bomb of a play. So they wrote Springtime for Hitler in Germany, and they said, we have to have the play bomb. It's a tax write-off. The play becomes a hit, and they're ruined. This is the same story as Herman Cain. I'm going to make it into a musical. I'm going out to promote my book. All of a sudden, I'm another schnook. It'll be fantastic. It's The Producers. The guy just wanted to promote a book. Gee whiz. Well, anyway, he's going to be in today. Sort of.
Yeah, but you'd have thought that he'd have headed for the hills long before it got this bad. He just kept staying there.
Because he was going to be president. He couldn't believe it.
Oh,
he goes, holy mackerel, someone's listening to me. I mean, what the hell? It's a crazy story, that Herman Cain story. It's the greatest story ever of all time. This guy comes out of nowhere. Not only that, he's never served in an office. He's never done a thing. He was a pizza guy, pizzeria.
He was the head of the Restaurant Association.
Yeah, he was the head of pizza.
And I told you what he was behind when he was head of the Restaurant Association.
Yeah.
I couldn't have waited for the general election just because of his background.
Right.
He was for smoking in restaurants.
Yes, he was. That's true.
And for being able to drink more and drive.
Right. Now that's a stance. Well, there's a guy you could really get behind if you're a bum. So the whole thing went nuts on him, and now he's got to deal with his wife and the distrust, and it's.
I don't know if he has kids, but it's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
The public scrutiny is nothing.
Hey, so I'm honored today to introduce to you a man who almost was the Republican nominee, Herman Cain. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me in today, Howard, and allowing me to present myself and my case to the American people. And may I say,
uh-oh.
Good morning, Ophelia.
Don't look over here.
I said to Robin this morning. I know you like Robin. We got your message.
I love Robin.
Yeah, but you say you don't sexually harass.
I do not sexually harass her. I have never sexually harassed her in my life. But Howard, I've never made a pizza pie as beautiful as Robin over there. I wish I was one of your toppings.
I bet you do.
I'm feeling a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, listen, you get online, you can go after him. You can contact the National Restaurant Association.
Yes.
I'll tell you, I was saying to Robin, your story is amazing because I really, you are a guy who wrote a book and you got it in your head that you're going to go and run for president. I think it was a book promotion. I don't think you ever expected to actually be the front runner.
I did not.
Yeah, and then suddenly you're the front runner, and everyone starts looking into you. He never in a million years thought he'd be the front runner, and then all of a sudden everybody piled on him, and they exposed all these women and all that.
Well, I was surprised myself because, I did not really have any women at all, Howard. I can't believe that people are accusing me of having extramarital affairs. Howard, I didn't do some of the things that I have been accused of. I did some of the things that I have been accused of, but the things that you think I didn't do.
Right.
The things that I did do, Howard, I was not accused of.
All right, well, there you go.
He wasn't accused. What did you do?
Well, what happened was, I walked into politics, pulled down my pants, and said, "Here is the Black Caucus."
Well, you are a fascinating man. You were asked about foreign policy and things like this.
And you said it wasn't important to know the names.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, that was crazy.
No, it's like this. We as Americans, Howard, we have got to address our national debt.
Right.
We owe so much money to Hungary.
Yes.
Hungary?
Hungary.
Is it, what? It's not Hungary?
No.
Oh. Well, that might explain my drop in the poll.
Now, your drop in the poll was because of the women, and the women coming forward, people lost faith in you.
Speaking of dropping the poll,
Yeah.
I'd like to drop my poll in Ophelia.
Ophelia.
Let's keep our mind on the issue.
You like Robin's middle name, right?
I love Ophelia because the word feel is right in it. And I would like to feel ya, Ophelia. Howard, you just keep on talking. I fuck Robin a little more.
Well, now you're really letting your pants down since you've.
But he never sexually harassed anyone.
That's right. Well, you are a good man. Let's bring in John Lieberman now with the headlines, and we'll get back to you, Mr. Kane.
I will
eventually.
wait patiently here for my next opportunity to address my public.
All right, John Lieberman, by the way, making an appearance on the wrap-up show yesterday. John, you're a newsman. This is Herman Cain.
What a pleasure.
Mr. Cain, nice to meet you.
Yes, sir, and you.
What was, you were the CEO of Godfather Pizza, right?
I was the CEO of Godfather Pizza.
Did you learn anything being the CEO of Godfather Pizza?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I learned that I'm best off keeping my mouth shut.
Right. and then things run well.
Well, everything went wrong at Godfather Pizza. Not so much there, but at the National Restaurant Association.
Yes.
I don't know, man. It all went wrong. I was harassing the Wendy's girl.
Yes. Allegedly.
I put my hand up her skirt, and I felt both her double burger.
Now, John, you were on the wrap-up show yesterday arguing with Benji. Did you hear any of the wrap-up show yesterday?
No.
It was remarkable. And, really, I'm laying off the Benji story. I mean, you guys can do what you want, but I've had it. I don't think Benji's being honest. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if he's sleeping with this girl or if he isn't, but it's getting crazy. And then, yes, John.
Well, let me tell you this. We were laying off the Benji story as well. But when I see a tweet at 8:03 a.m. while you, Howard, are in the middle of interviewing Chuck Zito, when I see a tweet come from Benji's Twitter that is trying to sell his single or have people download his single on iTunes, I feel responsible to confront him about why are you tweeting during the show.
Well, it's weird. I'll tell you this. While I was doing the show yesterday and we were talking to Chuck Zito, someone slipped me a note here. One of the guys, I don't remember who, said that, hey, Benji is tweeting during the interview.
Oh.
And, it crossed my mind that, gee, Benji's working for me right now. He shouldn't be tweeting. He should be concentrating on the show.
And his money comes from this show, not his music career.
Not from the single. The single is not going to generate anything.
Yeah, that's not how that happens.
No one will buy it. No one's going to buy that on iTunes. So all of a sudden I started to kind of get sucked in, and I was going to go, okay, I'm going to yell at Benji now about tweeting. And then I just said, well, I'm not going to distract from the show. We're doing a great interview
Right,
with
and
Chuck Zito.
Chuck Zito doesn't deserve to be interrupted by that nonsense.
So I ignored it, and even though I was going to address it, I didn't. But then you addressed it on the wrap-up show, and Benji went berserk. But you are 100% right, John. The fact is that when someone once, because Benji was saying, I didn't tweet, I assume it was my girlfriend who tweeted. He gave his girlfriend his Twitter account. And so I basically said, well,
well, why go ballistic? That's a simple explanation.
Right, but it's reasonable for anyone to assume.
And ask a question.
That if it's your Twitter account, you're tweeting.
Yeah.
There are really two issues here. The first issue is when I confronted Benji in the hallway and asked him about this tweet, first he ignored me and closed the bathroom door. Then when he came out, he wouldn't address the questions. He started singing the song and everything like that. Some staffers have
Wait, I had the lyrics written down.
Look, he's eating healthy. That's a good thing.
Thanks.
Benji, some staffers have said it's disrespectful to be tweeting during a Howard interview.
Who said that?
Jason Kaplan, for one.
Yeah, who else said that?
Do you feel it's disrespectful to be tweeting during the show?
Wait, I got no.
Okay, then 2.5 hours later on the wrap-up show, Benji has now had time to think about, come up with an articulate response, and his response was, I didn't tweet it, it was my girlfriend who I gave my password to. But as Howard said, Benji's 80,000 followers believe whoever tweeted it, they believe whatever is coming from Benji's Twitter is from Benji.
Well, it's the same thing. Like Ashton Kutcher said, he's turning his Twitter account over to a PR firm or something. And yes, technically they're tweeting, but it's still him. He's still responsible for what comes out of it.
That's not the issue.
Yeah, what's
the issue is you guys are basically accusing me of stealing from you, stealing time, right?
Well, why wouldn't we assume that you're tweeting during the show?
Howard, I have no problem.
So explain, like Robin said. So then just turn to somebody and say, "I'm not tweeting. My girlfriend is doing it."
I was angry that before I was asked,
and also John is saying, while you say your girlfriend was tweeting, he doesn't necessarily accept that. He's going to go investigate to see whether you were tweeting or not.
Well, before he throws out those accusations, he should find out if it's true or not.
Go ahead.
No, well, here's one thing that I really feel about Benji, and I like Benji.
Right.
But I feel like Benji wants the attention, but then doesn't want to be held accountable.
Right.
So he's angry when I'm at the elevator to see what time he gets here to work. He's angry when I ask him questions, and my question,
You're
Benji...
assuming I'm
my
angry
question,
about...
let me finish. My question, Benji...
A tweet came out of your Twitter account.
That's fine.
So he asked you, did you tweet?
But before he asked me, he was asking Jason and other people in the office heard.
Well, why shouldn't he assume that it's your Twitter account? You're giving people.
And if you hear the question I asked Benji, the question was, a tweet came from Benji's account at 8:03. Your reaction, and I did my due diligence to know that it was your actual Twitter account. @Bronk is your account, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I was asking, and then I asked you. All you had to say in the hallway was, Lieberman, listen, Elisa did it. She tweeted it, and then the story either changes or goes away. But instead of addressing it head on, you start singing the song. I don't want to hear the song. I want an answer.
You were putting it out that I stole from the show, and I didn't like that.
Did I said that?
He never said
What did I say?
Well, I'll have to get all the tapes.
He never said that.
I'll have to get all the tapes.
Get all the tapes.
Wait,
get every single tape.
Yes. Howard, if I Twittered during the show, it's basically, if you're not supposed to, it's basically stealing your time.
But he never said that. You're saying that.
I have one more point.
Then why,
and this is why it's reasonable to assume.
Are you tweeting during the show? It's either yes or no.
Before he asked me, he was putting it out there. You're
just kooky. You're denying something that is ridiculous.
Because it's not that big of a deal. But if
you're making
a big deal, if it is a big deal, then that's not the way a story like that should be done.
Can I say something? When you say John was putting it out there, we received dozens of emails and tweets telling us. So John followed up on that. So John was among many inquiring about it.
But before other people were...
And why do you want your girlfriend advertising the song for iTunes?
It's both our songs.
Yeah, but I mean, do you really think someone's going to buy the iTunes, that shit? And what?
Well, first,
are you doing it for charity or are you doing it for your profit?
Doing it for my profit.
Wow. You really think someone's going to buy that song?
Yeah.
Come on. Dude, you're better than that. That song's a goof. It's not a good song.
I think it's a great song.
It's a horrible song.
Well, it's a piece of art.
Have you heard this song, Mr. Kane?
You know, I have not, but this does lead me to a perfect policy point of mine, Howard.
Yes.
We need to educate our young people and make them smart so they can realize how stupid they are.
Right. You know, you did make a lot of sense in that.
You're making a
right,
point.
Yeah.
999.
Right. That's your policy.
Yeah, that went away pretty fast.
What happened to 999?
999 went bye.
Right. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
It's gone. But I have a very important question for Benji.
Yes.
What does your girlfriend look like anyway?
She's very hot.
Very
Is
beautiful.
she hot?
Big
You would
breasts.
definitely harass her.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Hang on. I got to make myself comfortable.
Now, getting back to this. Yes, John.
This is just my last question for Benji, and then I'm over it. And this is really the key here. Benji, 11 days ago, did you tweet from your Twitter account during a break here in the studio?
Yes, and I said I did.
Thank you. So one can reasonably assume then that it's not a wild assumption that Benji would be tweeting at 8:03 yesterday from his own account.
Why do you give your girlfriend your access to your account? Like, I don't get that. I mean, why are you doing that?
We were just having fun.
Why can't she tweet on her account?
She does.
Oh. And then she gets on your account and says, don't forget to buy the song?
Yeah.
Has anyone bought the song? Be honest.
I don't know.
I say no.
I'm sure people have. I would bet
people could have had by accident.
But isn't it
hit the wrong
available?
thing.
You think people by accident?
Isn't it available on YouTube?
On YouTube?
But Howard, every song is available on YouTube.
I see.
That's not how it works.
So why would they want it from iTunes?
Then you can download it on your phone. You can download
get
it
a
on
pristine
Oh,
copy.
God. Have that on your phone?
Because you want
Benji would be the perfect candidate for Mr. Kane to consult with because he doesn't want to answer anything. He just stays on his own talking points.
That's right.
If I may ask.
Yes.
What's with all the tanning spray on Benji?
Yeah.
That blotchy cracker is darker than my dick.
It's so true. I mean, no offense, the song's horrible, and it's...
I think it's a beautiful...
I met a girl on J-Date, was looking for another playmate, but this may be my shirt, my fate. She's making me wait, and it hurts.
My beshert, what is that, like a dessert? That
rhymes
was
with
like the
dessert.
Blumpkin pie I had with Miss Beautiful Ophelia.
My beshert. It's Yiddish theater.
Is that Yiddish?
Yeah.
It's a pain in my tuchus.
Right.
I met a girl on J-Date, was looking for another playmate, but this may be my shirt, my fate. She's making me wait, and it hurts. I know
Who
you're
wrote
tight,
this?
I think
but
the
I know that
girlfriend.
I'm right.
Wow.
I think the
Spend
girlfriend.
hours a day talking about things that we hate and we like.
It's even making me flash.
We're always on Skype. Nothing gets in the way.
You're flaccid right now, Mr. Kane?
Right now, man, that song, it just took it right out of me.
Right.
I couldn't if I had to.
I love hearing your voice and what you have to say. I don't know what I'm
You had to hear the arguing going on the wrap-up show. It was really quite extraordinary.
Over this.
Over this, yeah. It was John Lieberman and Benji, and they were just going berserk.
Greg, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, I love the Chuck Zito interview, but I didn't know if anybody noticed, but Benjali actually sent out a tweet during the Chuck Zito interview promoting his single on iTunes.
Wow.
Yeah, no, that did come up. The news is already working on that. You probably shouldn't tweet while you're working.
Yeah, a bunch of fairies were running around the office yelling at me about that.
Who are the fairies?
Like everyone that was making a thing about that. First of all, I did not tweet.
So who did?
I assume Elisa did.
She's got access to your account?
Yeah.
Holy shit! You gave her your password?
Yeah.
Doesn't she have her own Twitter?
Yeah.
So why'd she tweet on yours?
Because more people
it's
are on
fun,
his.
Yeah.
So
Why not?
how do we know when something's from you and when something's from Elisa?
I don't know. I guess you have to ask me.
Benji, you need to take responsibility for it. Let's say it was Elisa. She knows you're on this show.
Right.
She knows there's an interview going on.
First of all, I don't.
It's irresponsible for you being in the state.
I don't think. Okay, so you want to address that? Is it irresponsible for me to give someone my password?
No.
Is it irresponsible for a tweet from Benji Bronk? As far as I know, online comes out during an interview that's going on in the studio.
I don't know. I do not think that's irresponsible.
Well, it is because
what is it? Are there going to be car wrecks or something?
No, but I don't think Howard wants to be distracting from the show while the show is on.
Okay, first of all, I don't think she doesn't have Sirius. So, but yeah, she could assume
She
I'm
knows
I
you,
don't-
where
but
you are. You know this about Elisa. Nobody out there knows. They think it's coming from you.
So then they bring in John Lieberman, and then John goes at it with Benji.
I asked you, was this your tweet? Now you've had 2 hours to think about a good response that this was actually Elisa tweeting it out. Why not initially?
I'll tell you why, dude. I'll tell you. Let me fucking answer. Let me fucking answer. Let me fucking answer. Let me fucking answer that question.
Let him fucking answer.
Because I don't like, and you guys, I like you as a person, as Ashkenazi.
Why? How do we know you even like him as a person?
It's on my Twitter.
As an Ashkenazi, just get to the point.
So fuck you, man. Anyway, listen. I don't like this thing with the news when they come and they assume a fact, and before the fact is proven, they start yelling at you about it and saying, people say it's disrespectful that you're doing this.
Okay, then let's pull the Howard TV tapes.
Yes.
And see at that time at 8:03.
And before that, you told me Jason said this.
But how is it not reasonable to assume that your Twitter, which you and
but don't go around saying, don't
hear
go
me
around
out.
saying,
Hear me
don't
out.
go. No,
we
hear me.
did a story.
You got your chance.
We did a story.
It was wild in there. But it really, it's enough with Benji and this girlfriend, I'm telling you. But I did get distracted yesterday because everyone was handing me notes that Benji was tweeting.
So thank you, Benji.
I wasn't.
But you are. If your girlfriend's tweeting, it's your tweeting. It's coming from your account.
But the problem that you have...
All right. But it did cause a disruption.
The problem that you guys have with it wasn't that the tweet came out. It was that you thought I was doing it.
Anyway,
No, that it was now coming into Howard while he's trying to interview Chuck Zito.
Robin.
Robin? That is my name.
Hi.
Anyway, Robin Ophelia, right?
Robin, do tweets from your account ever come on during the show?
Yes, and they're addressed.
Is that a distraction?
Yes, and it's not right.
It's not?
No, it's not
she admits when she's wrong.
I disagree with you, but if it's a policy, I'll address it.
Did you have this problem as a CEO of Godfather Pizza?
Yes, I had many problems, and I have to say, I'm sitting right next to Robin, and Robin, you remind me of Obama's famous word change. Because every time I see your beautiful breasts, I have to change my sticky underpants.
Wow.
My goodness, do you think this is appropriate?
Doesn't matter. He's not running for
conversation. I guess he's no longer a candidate.
He's no longer a candidate.
Yeah.
He can say whatever he wants.
Now I can say what's on my mind.
Right.
And let me tell you something. There's a lot of hot chicks on the street.
Right.
I'm so upset that my wife knows what my shenanigans are now.
Right. Yeah, well, you shouldn't have run for president. Now your whole scene's been
Everything's
blown.
out.
I had some great foreign policy, though, Howard.
You
The
did.
country would have been a lot better had they listened to me. You know, when I was at Godfather Pizza, there were times that I agreed with people, and there were times that I didn't agree, and sometimes I think we need to agree that we don't agree. However, sometimes I think I will not agree that we agree unless we can't agree because I can't agree to agree.
Well, you know what? You made a lot
That's
of sense.
about as clear as mud.
All right, so anyway, John Lieberman from the Howard 100 News. What do you have for us in the Howard 100
I just want to, and then I'll be done with Benji, I promise. But, Howard, can you declare that no tweet should come out from the show from staffers' personal accounts? Do you agree with that?
During the show.
During the show from 6 until 10:30, is that a reasonable rule?
I don't think that people should be tweeting when they're supposed to be at working. Now, there's a technicality here. Benji's claiming it's his girlfriend. I don't know if, in fact, it could have been Benji's girlfriend. Maybe it wasn't. I would say concentrate while you're here. It's only 4 hours. And the rest of the day, tweet all you want. That would be a good rule, I would think.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think it would be. Now, he's saying, listen, it was my girlfriend, so who knows? But I don't know what's going on.
At this point, I do.
Same effect, Howard.
Exactly, Robin. Exactly. At this point, I believe that it was Benji's girlfriend from some other background we did. But regardless, the 80,000 followers of Benji believe that tweet came out, and that's all that matters.
And then what happens is I start getting calls and things in the office. Benji's tweeting during the show, and it becomes a big distraction.
Right.
So I would prefer not. But what can I tell you? I mean, it's constant with this guy.
Oh, come on.
Now that this all started, and he's loving the attention.
I know, because here's the email. You ready? I don't believe Benji for 1 minute when he says he and his girlfriend sleep naked and they don't have sex. A normal woman is not going to sleep nude in the bed with a man unless she's going to fuck him. As a woman, I can tell you, when we love a man, we want sex as badly as he does. So why wait? Especially if you two are now, in love. Benji, she is using you so you can keep her name active on the radio. You know what? I don't believe that exactly because I don't believe she could really live with herself if she has to sit there and fuck Benji for radio mentions.
I don't know this girl.
I don't think she would do that.
I don't know her. I don't know what she's capable of. I don't.
She seems like a nice girl.
Anything.
If she's with Benji only because she wants to get mentioned on the radio, that's horrible. I feel bad for her.
She's in love with me.
You know that.
She's yes.
Why is she still holding? I mean, are you guys still waiting on sex, intercourse?
I almost rather not talk about that because everyone's saying she gets so much shit about that, and I don't want to talk about that.
Well, that's fair enough.
It is.
If you were having sex with Benji, would you want people to know?
I wouldn't.
All right. That's fair. You're a woman. You can relate to that. If you for some reason went out of your mind and started having sex with Benji, do you really want to discuss?
It would have to be on the QT.
Right.
That's true.
That I understand.
Over my dead body.
Would you?
If Benji gets some of that Tukey before me.
Would you? If Robin said right now she'd have sex with you, Mr. Kane, you would do it, right?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes.
Oh my. I would.
But you're married. Wait a minute. You're on the air. You're still married.
I don't think he realizes he's on the air.
If you thought Godfather's Pizza delivers in 30 minutes or it's free, wait till I get to you.
Oh my.
With my extra large.
You love her. She's your type.
She is absolutely. Robin is absolutely so gorgeous. Robin, if you would put your hand inside my lap, I could get you to be the senator of Utah. Robin.
Yes. Robin Ophelia.
Robin Ophelia, you want to be the senator, don't you? Ophelia. Oh, all the way to Utah.
No, could he explain his position on abortion?
Yeah, talk real quick, and then I'll let John Lieberman, because John's a newsman. He might be able to ask you a few questions.
Well, I would like to, I think in general, Howard, that my campaign was misunderstood. I loved my time on the campaign trail.
Yes.
I loved meeting the Cubans in Florida. I learned how to say delicious in Cuban. Do you know what the word for delicious in Cuban is, Howard?
What is it?
Well, believe me, it's delicioso. And do you know delicious in Vietnamese? Do you know how you say that?
How do you say that?
Tong dong.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty good. In Italian, it's delicioso. I got much more going on than that Obama.
Yeah, well, the question was, what is your stance on abortion? I'll let you think about it, because I really want you to be clear.
Yeah, really be clear this time.
Yeah, I really want you want to think about it while John does this?
Yes, you go.
All right. Take your time.
The last thing I want to do is be misunderstood 5 months in a row.
Okay.
Hey, Howard, can I say one more thing about this?
No, I'm done with you.
When you were accused of, and it was wrong, you didn't do it, of buying the strip of the car.
Right.
You don't like when people, before they find out about it, if they go ahead and put that out there.
But Benji, it's not the same thing. In other words, this is your Twitter account.
Right.
You have tweeted before during the show, according to John, when we were in commercial break. Anything that comes out of your Twitter account, he's assuming
That's
you
fine,
tweet.
But I should be asked before they put out.
It wasn't put out, Benji. This is what bothers me so much. Okay? People build stories all the time in journalism that don't get published or don't get broadcast because the facts change, things change. This story was not broadcast.
I didn't say it was broadcast.
Right, he was asking
You just said it was put out.
Put out to people in the office.
I was conducting interviews to find out what the truth was.
The first thing was you should have checked with me.
I did, Benji, and you give me the same old bullshit.
You sang.
The first thing.
You sang.
Because I'd already heard it being talked about.
Benji, you just accused a man of not asking you first. He asked you and you do shtick and you sing.
He didn't ask me first.
He asked you and you sang. Why did you do that?
Who'd you ask first?
Benji, I asked Jason for his reaction to the tweet that came from your account.
Listen. You've gotten sucked into the Benji.
All right, I'm done. I'm done with it.
Listen
I'm done
to me,
with
John. Look at me. You're fairly new to this game. He sucks everyone in. Right. He does. This is what he does. And nobody cares. He's got you in his grip right now.
I do.
He does.
I do.
He's playing with you.
He's playing with you.
And now you're beshirt.
I'm done with it.
Good. That's what I'm saying.
Let's move on.
I'm trying to help you here.
Yeah, and I appreciate
You're going to
that.
go out of your fucking mind otherwise. You're arguing with a guy who he wants this.
I will continue to hold Benji, in addition to everybody else, accountable.
If you wanted to kill a starving man, you know what you do? You don't feed him. You're feeding him.
You're feeding the vortex.
You're feeding it. You're in the Benji vortex.
And I'm getting dizzy.
Mr. Kane, are you ready to discuss abortion?
Yes, I do.
What is your opinion on abortion?
Well, Howard, I want to be 100% clear on this. I want to leave absolutely no stone unturned.
Yes.
I am 70% against abortion.
70%.
And 40% for it.
How are you, Sal?
In fact, I would like to say I firmly stand for a woman's right to choose, except in cases involving rape, incest, or pregnancy.
I see. So you're for a woman's right to get
choose.
an abortion.
Yes.
Unless she's been raped.
I think I am for a woman's right to choose unless she chooses not to sleep with me.
No, you're for a woman's right to choose unless she is raped.
Yes.
Or has,
incest.
or has sex.
Or is pregnant.
Is pregnant.
Right.
Oh.
That would change everything. That's a game changer, Howard.
Right. You see why I can't get a straight answer out of Mr. Kane? He says he's for it and against it at the same time. All right, listen, John, let's get back to Howard 100.
All right, let's get to a couple headlines quickly. We've wasted too much time.
You're not kidding. The whole show's been a waste of time, quite frankly.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's start with a little bit of Sal news. Sal getting assaulted in the coffee room after running his mouth, and we have the exclusive audio and the video at Howard 100 News. It started with Sal running into Jason Ellis. You had Jason on the other day, SiriusXM host, recent guest. Sal cracked some jokes about Jason's tattoos. The next thing you know, Jason lands a solid kick right on Sal's thigh, and this was for real.
Wow.
We gave Howard TV the videotape. Sal starts writhing in pain. He needs aspirin. The next day, he comes in limping a little bit.
The tattoo on your face?
Hey,
I thought Mike Tyson had bad ink. Holy shit.
Love is blind.
Yeah, and so is your tattoo artist.
What is that, a heart?
Yeah. With an A in it?
Yeah.
What does the A stand for?
Andrea.
Oh. Who's Andrea?
I lied. It actually stands for,
Anal.
Ass kicking.
That hurt so bad. Oh, God.
This was a serious assault in the coffee room, all because Sal couldn't keep his mouth shut.
Well, Sal thinks when someone's a guest on the show, they become his property, and everyone gets him and understands him. So he probably, what did he say to Jason about his tattoo?
He mumbled like, "What's the A on your face for? Asshole or anal?"
Oh my
stuff
God.
like that.
Wow.
And then Ellis just wasn't having it. And now we have learned that some of this was planned out, premeditated by Ellis, because he had his producer trail him with a camera. Ellis wanted to attack Sal earlier in the day.
Really?
Up here, because Ellis just thinks Sal is kind of a smartass and, was cracking stuff up here. So he actually planned it, grabbed Cullen, his producer, with the camera to document this attack in the kitchen. You'll see it on Howard TV. We gave them the video. It's good video.
But he doesn't like Sal, is what you're saying. That's real.
He doesn't like Sal's remarks. He doesn't like Sal's smart-ass attitude about everything, and he took this opportunity to land a solid kick on Sal.
But he can't go around setting, punching people out and stuff, right? Over here at work. But but Sal, you got to watch what the fuck you say.
Leave people alone.
Yeah. What did you say?
Well, first of all, Alice and I do get along.
Right.
Okay.
And apparently what I didn't know is that all day long, just as a goof, because Alice is into martial arts and whatnot, he was kicking people in the leg.
Right.
And I fell into his trap because when I saw him, I started making fun of his tattoo on his face. I said, I thought Mike Tyson fucked up his face. Holy shit, look at you.
Right.
And we were giggling, and then I said, what's the A for, asshole? And then boom, the kick came in.
Wow.
But
why did you say that? You don't even know the guy.
No, Alice and I have spoken quite a bit off the air.
Come on.
No, I was in the lunchroom.
Sal, he going up to a guy and calling him an asshole?
Well, you have to remember, Howard.
What are you, Don Rickles, without the jokes?
No. We were just kind of we've done that type of banter before, but I wasn't aware that Ellis.
Is it a joke if you go up to a guy and hit him in the head with a hammer?
Not if you've spoken to
you're
before.
going up to a guy, hey, what are you, A for asshole? Who's going to like hearing that?
Well, it's Alice, and we have joked around in the past. I wouldn't do that to a complete stranger.
Mr. Kane, is he reading the situation improperly?
I just want to say, Howard, in this holiday season,
yeah,
we need to be together. We need to love one another. And I want to wish my Nubian princess Robin a happy Kwanzaa.
A happy Kwanzaa.
Yes, and Herman has a special gift for you, baby, neatly wrapped in my pants.
Wow, all right.
There
He
you go.
doesn't even even hear Sal.
You are super focused on Robin.
I can't help myself.
Robin Ophelia.
Ophelia.
So I took my shot like a man. I did break his balls, and I'm good with it. And we were just having some fun.
Were you bruised?
Yeah. I was limping for quite a while.
Yeah.
Sal said he would never do this to a complete stranger, but didn't you walk up to Russell Simmons and say that you were the White Devil and start goofing on him?
I didn't goof on him, but I did imply that I was joking about myself.
Dangerous, I swear.
Not anymore.
You're dangerous to yourself.
Yeah. I've been in quite a few altercations like that by opening my mouth.
There's one more good Sal story that we have.
Yeah.
And one of my more interesting moments here at the show so far. Sal nearly slept through his stop recently on the train, but the guy next to him, a guy named Mitch Cohen, was nice enough to wake him up. Well, Sal gets off the train. He starts banging on the window and pointing to this guy and pointing at the ticket that Sal had left wedged in front of the seat because Sal still had $93 left on a $100 ticket.
Oh.
So Sal is wildly gesturing, according to Mitch Cohen. Mitch is a fan of Sal's. Mitch goes home, Googles, finds Sal's email address, emails Sal. Long story short, comes up here, delivers the ticket. Sal gives him a tour. While I'm interviewing both of them, Sal turns to Mitch and goes, I am so thankful to you. If you had a vagina, I'd bang you right now.
Wow.
To this stranger that he just met. And I'm thinking to myself, where the hell am I?
You're on the Howard Stern show, you fucking idiot. That's where you are. I mean, what type of question is that?
This guy's a complete stranger.
So what?
He delivered me and you're talking about shaving his asshole and all this stuff.
In other words, Sal, you don't know the sensibilities of the guy.
Yes, that's very true.
That's John's point.
Yeah, well,
it's the same with Jason Ellis. You don't really know him. You're calling him an asshole. I mean, people are going to get steamed.
But is it right for Ellis to carry a camera with a premeditated
no, it's not.
Well, that's another issue.
Mr. Kane,
yes,
what do you make of all this people's...
First of all, I want to say Mitch Cohen.
Yeah.
He saved you, Sal.
He sure did.
Thank God for the Irish. That's number one.
Mr. Kane, what do you make of people, they can't get along? Is that the problem in the country?
Absolutely. People aren't brave enough, Howard. They need, this country needs a real man for president. For example, myself, I had colon cancer. It metastasized to my liver. I was given 30% chance of survival. But here I am in your beautiful, serious studio, running for president practically, and cheating on my wife.
Right. But you're not running for president.
Well, let's see that Mormon pussy Romney get as much dookie as I did.
Well, we'll see. All right. Well, you're a fascinating man. Anything else, John?
Hey, Howard,
yeah.
I just want to bring up one more Sal thing. Didn't you go in and tell Jon Stewart you didn't think he was that funny when he hosted the Grammys?
Yeah, that's true. And that was
Sal doesn't think.
No, but I'm trying to think more.
Debbie the Pet Lady, as long as John Lieberman is defending himself, Debbie the Pet Lady's on the phone, claims she's pissed at John Lieberman. Do you know about this?
I think so.
I heard a report about Debbie on the news yesterday.
It's weird being a reporter. Everyone gets pissed at you, right? I mean,
I'm used to it. It's just a different dynamic here.
Yeah. Debbie, what's the grief? What's the
beef?
The beef, not the grief. What's the beef?
Hello?
Debbie?
Hello?
Yeah. Hi, what's your beef with John?
I know, fucking stupid. That John is a fucking piece of shit, all right? He was supposed to help me go after the fucking Ed Stern, okay?
All right, you talking about Ass Napkin Ed?
Fucking shit on me. And you knew you weren't supposed to post that shit on me. I told you when he was using that shit against me.
What is going on?
Debbie, Debbie, how many hours have I spent calming you down over the past 3 days? How many conversations have we had? And you told me yesterday, I'm your saving grace. Did you not tell me I'm your saving grace yesterday?
I never told you were my saving grace.
You didn't? I have it on tape.
Fucking lie, you little fucking lie. Play that shit back then, fuckface, okay?
Why is she so upset?
Here's why she's upset.
Debbie, have a little respect. He's a newsman.
I'm sorry for your news, but they're in cahoots, these two.
Are you in cahoots with Ass Napkin Ed?
Okay?
Wait. Who's in cahoots, Debbie?
You're in cahoots with that Shelly fuck bitch, too, okay?
I believe she's referring to Shuli.
I know you're down with that fuckface, and don't play me. You're all trying to cover up, and you won't let me tell the truth. And you want to.
What is she talking about, John?
Here's what she's.
You ruined me.
Let me boil it down.
You took the job?
No, don't mention the shit. And I want it off the news now.
What is the cover-up?
Let me boil it down. Debbie was very upset that Ass Napkin Ed allegedly was threatening her over the weekend to release some personal information about her. Okay? She said she wanted to get out in front of it so that Ed wouldn't somehow start spinning his own tale. Okay. So she revealed to me some details about her criminal past. She revealed details about her criminal past to me.
Yes.
She said we should broadcast it, in fact, because she wanted her side out there before
fair
Ed
enough.
could reveal it. Now, Debbie, we told the story in a very fair way. In fact, I said that it was 30 years ago, it was in your past, and now you're moving forward with
What
your
happened,
life.
Debbie? What was the criminal act? Debbie.
What, Howard?
What was it? I didn't know you had a criminal past. What is the past?
Doesn't matter because the whole fucking world knows
Well,
now.
why'd you tell everyone?
I didn't tell them. I told the stupid news. Fuck.
Well,
that's the news. That's what they do.
No.
Wait, maybe Mr. Kane can say something here. Can you
I
say
just
something
say-
to Debbie?
Yes, I would like to say that.
President here. I'm sorry.
Go ahead,
No.
yeah.
I just want to say when I hear all that screaming and crying and cursing, reminds me I got to phone home.
Right. You got some explaining to do. All right,
Well,
Debbie.
you know, it's for the President of the United States. I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful to you, but, you know, you shouldn't be playing around on the air the way you are with the sexual shit, okay? Because
Yeah, what about that? She's
you
making a good
shouldn't
point.
be doing this on the air.
Well, I would like to
You're
address
making
that.
yourself really look like shit now, and it's
Mr. Kane, Debbie says that you're making light of sexual harassment, and she
Debbie-
doesn't like it as a woman.
Debbie,
and that's why you shouldn't even be a president.
Let him
I'm
answer.
sorry.
Let him answer you,
now,
Debbie.
let me address your question and comment.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to. Debbie,
I have no respect for you.
hold on a
Sorry,
second.
I'm just in a bad
Let him
mood
answer,
right now.
Debbie. Let him answer, and then we'll get back to
My
your
gosh,
problem.
I feel like Rodney Dangerfield.
Right, getting no respect.
None
okay.
at all.
Right.
Okay, now, Debbie, you've heard of LBJ
Yes.
and JFK?
Right.
Well, I'm PPP.
Right.
Pizza, politics, and pussy.
Well, you're making a joke, and that's what Debbie doesn't like.
Oh, that's what she doesn't
You're
want.
a congressman in the United States, going to be a president.
Well, he's not a
He was
congressman.
never a congressman.
I was this close, Debbie.
He was almost the
Shouldn't be
president.
playing around like this because it's making you look more bad or disrespectful to the United States of America here.
Right. What do you say to Debbie and the women
What are
out
you
there?
doing on Howard's show anyway? I don't understand.
Well, Debbie, we want him on. I mean,
I would
this
like
is an
to say,
exclusive.
and this is an exclusive, and I purposely came here to Howard Show. It's the
I don't
only
have
place I would
respect
go.
to Howard Stern,
I mean,
but
Debbie, this is a big deal for me.
Debbie.
Yeah,
I
don't
would,
get in
Debbie.
our way.
Now
Yeah.
listen, Debbie, if
I
you
didn't
came
come
to the
up here to
studio,
fight with the president. I'm sorry.
All right, but Debbie, he's not the president, but he does want to answer your accusation.
but I would like to say, Howard, I mean this too.
Yeah,
I would like to shove my tongue down Debbie's throat if I didn't think she'd run to fucking Gloria Allred.
Right. Well, Debbie, look.
Oh, he's making me sick. I can't.
All right, I'm gonna shut him up and let you get back to John Lieberman.
Please, I'm not. Gonna
John,
fight with
you say Debbie called you, from what I understand, that she had some sort of criminal thing that she wanted to get off her chest before anybody found out about it.
That is correct. So,
All right.
Debbie, let me ask you this: What
John,
did what?
John, the truth here. Tell the fucking truth, okay? Because I called you up. I had all the proof on Ed, what he was doing to me, how he was making threats and going to get people to hate me off the Stern Party thing and everything else.
Debbie, I was protecting you by not releasing secretly recorded conversations. You recorded Ed secretly. I was protecting you by not releasing that.
sounds very nice.
I have to record him secretly because you know what? He lies about me. He's been trying to get me off the Stern show. Now he did it.
Debbie, you're not going to be off the Stern Show.
Yes, you are going to take me off.
No, I'm not.
You don't want to deal with me. I'm a sick fuck now. Everybody thinks I'm a psycho fucking perfect, and they don't
Debbie,
understand me because
Ed doesn't control this show. I do. No, I control it. How do you figure Ass Napkin Ed controls this show?
you have no clue what he did to me.
Well,
Nobody
without your
cares.
knowledge, he's doing it, apparently.
Messages with Will and everybody. They filled out the machine. I'm sure him and his little buddies there.
Debbie,
and the
how
fucking
could
machine
Ed
was like
get
a
you off the
sicko.
show?
And I'm not the sicko.
Ed, how could Ed get you off the show?
Pull.
He's got pull. I'm the guy. I'm Howard Stern. I'm telling you,
And
there's no
you never
pull.
talk to Ed.
I never speak to Ed.
God, pull with your go with your peoples there, Howard. Not
No.
you, your peoples.
They don't. These people don't have any influence on me.
Got the pull.
So what is the criminal background?
Debbie, I heard the report and I thought it was wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I was like, wow, she's really changed her life. You never hear a story like that.
Well, Like I said, yeah, I had problems with my pants. I didn't want to talk.
You had problems? Well, it sounds uplifting. You straightened yourself out.
I did. I had a bad past. You know, nobody wants.
Mr. Kane, isn't that what it's about?
Everybody gotta know it now. Because
Oh, my gosh.
Mr. Kane, isn't that what it's about? People like Debbie, Americans who can turn it around.
Second chances.
Absolutely. Howard, I could not agree with you anymore. May I ask you a question,
Sure.
Howard? Where's the best place to jerk off here at Sirius? I've been doing a lot of pumping off since my wife found out about my shenanigans.
All right. But listen, Debbie, I think it's great. I don't know what you did. I didn't hear the report.
Thank God you didn't hear the report.
Tell me what you did.
Put the report away. Put it away.
All right, but what did you do?
I was in jail, okay?
For what?
It was a long time ago. It was attempt murder. It was the original charge was attempt.
You lost your temper, I guess?
Attempt murder, and he dropped it down. I had to take a plea to assault, and they gave me a 2 to 6 sentence.
Well, it sounds like you've gotten your anger issues under control.
I do.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
All right. I
haven't had any bad problems since then. I've been a good mom and everything else. I'm not a bad person. I don't want people to fucking twist this shit around.
I think you're terrific. I like you.
Yeah, Howard, would you fucking hire me after you found out? Shout it!
Wow.
Wow. All right, well.
Just another day in the Howard 100 newsroom.
All right. Thank you, John Lieberman. You've done an excellent job, I guess. It sounds like you're in the trenches. This is a guy. John used to be a legitimate newsman, you know. Let me tell you, Mr. Kane, it has been an honor to have you here today.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And thank you for letting me state my case, Howard.
Is there anything you'd like to say? I'm not asking any specific questions.
I think that, he had to drop out of the race, suspend his campaign, and I don't really think that he had a chance to say everything that he wants to say.
If I may, I'd like to give you a forum now. Is there one statement you can leave us with before you leave today?
Absolutely.
Right.
Howard, my campaign does continue. Howard, I started a website, thecanesolutions.com. There, I list my ideas, proposals, and plans to make this country great again.
Yes.
And at the top of my list, get Robin topless.
T-O-P-L-E-S.
Ophelia.
Well,
yum, yum.
Robin, that's got to be pretty heady stuff for you. This guy was almost the Republican nominee.
It's pretty amazing, yeah.
That's right, yep. Toke, you say you're a Herman Cain fan, right?
Yeah, if I knew that Herman Cain was this funny, I would have backed him the whole way.
You're now a fan.
Now you're a fan. You know, Mr. Cain.
I'm a fan now.
You can still donate to my campaign.
Toke does make a good point. Today, you're showing yourself to be a fun guy. You're open and honest. Does the campaign, in a way, force you to be something you're not?
It does, Howard. It makes me think of things that I don't otherwise think of, so that when I do think of them, they are thoughts, but not necessarily well thought out.
Right. And, I think a lot of people can learn from you.
And I think Robin should give him some.
Could you convince Robin? Can you say something?
You'd have to be very persuasive.
It's clear you want to go out with her.
There are some things. Robin, when I hear you speak, I get a raging hot on. So come on, Robin. Are you ready to raise a little cane?
Wow.
How's that? I think I'm winning her over, Howard.
You are winning her over.
Robin, just for me.
Do these lines really work?
Don't you want to raise a little cane, Robin? Come on.
Just for me, Robin.
What?
Just say, "Oh, Herman, it feels so good." Oh, yeah.
You're one of those guys who sometimes I hear you talk about yourself. You call yourself Herman Cain. I mean, you talk in the third person.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Because
is that effective?
Herman Cain believes that Herman Cain's effectiveness is based upon Herman Cain's ability to connect with Herman Cain's public.
Right.
So in conclusion to this particular statement, I would like to say that Herman Cain is one fine individual who you will look for on the next ticket, because Herman Cain draws people and people love Herman.
All right. Well, I don't know what your future is going to be, but wish you the best. I mean, I don't like the shenanigans with the women.
Why?
Well, because listen, you can't you can't go around harassing people. You understand? Although you're doing a great job of it today with Robin.
Is it harassment when I'm offering cash?
Wow.
No.
At that point, isn't it business, Howard?
Yeah.
And isn't this country based on capitalism?
Absolutely. And you love it.
Cash for service, service for cash.
You love Robin. And that's what I love. And I love Robin, too. That we agree on.
Where is the door to that glass booth?
Nobody point that out.
I would like to get right up next to that glass booth right now and do a scene from Midnight Express.
Well, Robin, you've always charmed every one of our guests.
I guess. I had no idea.
And you've done it again.
Herman Cain, 2016.
2016. Make your check out now, brother.
All right. Thank you, Toke. All right. Mr. Cain, thank you again.
I'm sure you're very busy trying to avoid your wife.
Yes, I have to hop on a plane as soon as I get out of here because I can tell she's close by.
And, I guess you got a lot of explaining to do to your wife.
It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
But you know what, Howard? Chicks dig me.
They do, evidently.
You can talk her down, right?
You can say whatever you want. Chicks dig me, and I'm going to tell you why. Because they like my message. It's clear, it's concise, and I'm packing in my pants.
Right. It's 999 is your message.
999. I got it, baby.
I think it's referring to inches.
Yes. Yeah. 9 inches, 9 inches. That's 9 inches long, 9 inches around.
Right.
And the other one is just a pizza because you get hungry after all that fucking. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Well, let me tell you something. It's been an honor.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for coming in here. I'm getting to know you a lot better.
If I do become president,
yes,
you know who I will ask for vice president.
Well, you're only suspended, huh?
I only suspended my campaign.
Who will be the vice president?
First of all, let me tell you who the first lady will be.
Yes.
Robin Ophelia. The first lady of the United States. Robin Ophelia. And you will be my vice president.
One thing I know is Robin always tried to work her name Ophelia into it, and you say it, and you love the name Ophelia.
I'm ready to drop it.
You don't like it? Creeps you out?
It's not only a name, it's a command.
Ophelia.
Ophelia. Oh, it's getting hot in here. I do declare, these lights, or is it just...
By the way, coming up next, Joe Paterno to profess his love to Robin.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yes, and Jim Sandusky for his love for Robin's nephew.
Right. Well, you have really charmed everyone.
Thank you. It was a pleasure being here. And I do
you
hope
answered
I come
some tough questions. Yes, absolutely. And you've answered a lot of tough questions.
And I hope I put to rest the concept of me beating around the bush or not being well informed. You understand?
Right. No, you seem to really be up on the issues.
I say bring our boys out. Get those troops out of Greenland.
We're not in Greenland. Well, let me tell you something. I know you're joking about that, but you've said a lot of...
I hope he's joking.
I think you're joking. You've said a lot of very intelligent things.
Thank you,
especially
sir.
about Robin.
They are from the heart.
Right. And I like that you're faithful to Robin, at least.
Absolutely. Right. I only wish that when I was in charge of Taco Bell that I could have had
Taco
a
Bell.
I wanted a chance with Robin's Taco.
Oh, you work for
Bell.
I thought it was Godfather.
I think you're joking, right?
I'm kidding. You know that I'm only kidding.
I see.
Hardly. What I wouldn't do to you, baby.
Of all the pizza pies you made, has there ever been a pizza pie as beautiful as Robin?
No, there has never been one as beautiful as Robin. I want to get the toppings of those gorgeous black boobies right on top of that pizza.
Right.
No beverage necessary.
All right. Well, listen, you are a great man to come in here and try to seduce
most
Robin.
people would run and hide with what's been going on with you.
Hardly. I thought I was clear with all my policies, and I was absolutely upfront with all my extracurricular marital
You were the front runner. The problem is they started looking into you and they ruined you.
Who knew?
Yeah.
I would have thought that they would just say, oh, well, here comes a nice bright man. Make him president.
I figured, you had written a book, you got on there, and you said you're running for president. Nobody expected you to even get 1% of the vote. And all of a sudden, you became the front runner, and that fucked you up. You never expected that.
I never expected that.
Right.
I knew I was going to do well.
Right.
But I didn't think I would win out this early. You know that Mitt Romney, he was nervous, and Gingrich, he was nervous. They were all nervous for me because people liked what I was saying.
Right.
Educate the youngsters so that they can realize how stupid they are.
Right.
That's my message, Howard.
It's a good message, I'll
Thank
tell you that. I'm the biggest idiot on the planet, and I believe that. All right, Robin. Well, there's your new boyfriend, Herman Cain.
Yes, I'm glad he's very busy.
Are you turned on by Mr. Cain at all? Any of the things he said? I mean, sexually?
No.
No.
Be honest. Later on at night, we both know that when you are alone in your bed, you're going to reach for your favorite vegetable and go, oh, Herman.
You think she's going to name her carrot Herman?
I think, with all due respect to me, Howard, an English cucumber.
Right.
Did you know that if you looked inside my pants, you would see who dresses me? Banana Republic.
Wow.
And I would like to have my moment in the sun with my Nubian princess.
Okay.
Can we get him out of here?
Yeah, he just won't stop. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. King. Pleasure to see you, and thank you for coming by. And let's take a break. Everyone's heard a lot, and everyone's reeling from this.
Let's calm down.
And we'll be back right after these words. And thank you to Mr. Herman Cain. I know you're very big. Where are you going now? You have somewhere to be, right?
I will be stalking Robin's apartment.
Right. You're going over to Robin's apartment right now.
Oh, Ophelia.
I'll give you a couple of plugs on your website or whatever you want at the end. I just didn't want to break things.
That is uncanny, and watching you do it is amazing.
Well, it's weird. It took me a while to get used to it. It's weird watching you do it.
Yeah.
So I kept looking away.
I know.
Then you got into the rhythm, and it was great. Really.
It's from the heart.
I'm laughing how many of those lines that Sal wrote that I think weren't even jokes.
Right.
You know, like Sal wrote this one about, I have to go change my sticky underwear. Like, I'm pretty sure that happened to Sal.
Yeah, right.
Well, thank you, man.
Oh, buddy, thanks for having me.
Really good. That was awesome. That was a lot of
Thanks, man. Howard.
Okay, thanks.
All right, then. And so it was.
Mr. Cain.
Yes, sir.
Valid attempt at trying to secure Miss Ophelia Quivers, but
I think that she digs me. I think I have a chance. And you might look at me right now and say, there's no way in the world that she will ever come back to your hotel room. But I know she will. You know why?
Why is that, Mr. Cain?
I took her driver's license. She has to come back.
Well played, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Great job today.
Thank you, sir. And look for me in 2016. I will be harassing the multitudes.
Sal. What? Given your past, a couple errors you've made in judgment, a couple lapses in judgment with guests.
Yeah.
Do you feel because of that, this Ellis ordeal is being blown way out of proportion?
Yeah, maybe because of my track record. That's a good way of asking that question. Yeah, perhaps.
I noticed when he came in here, I was interviewing you and Richard at the time. He came up behind you guys, was making gestures, and so it's clear that you guys have some type of.
Yeah, we certainly have some sort of relationship. He's certainly not a complete stranger. You know, he's far from a complete stranger. So I was surprised that he kicked me, but then again, like I said, he had a premeditated agenda to do so. He had Cullen with his camera and whatnot. But the funny thing is that I certainly gave him an opportunity to kick me. If I just would have kept my mouth shut and he kicked me, then, you know, he would have come off looking like the idiot. But instead, I come off and I break his balls. He ends up kicking me. It's kind of like it's an even match. I was just like a bear that walked right into the trap. You know, I made it so easy for Jason Ellis. But it's all good. I can handle a kick to the leg. I've been kicked down a lot more than that.
I found your commentary. Sorry, your reaction to John Lieberman's commentary pretty interesting. Do you have beef with News? Does News kind of piss you off, the whole premise of Howard 100 News?
No, News doesn't piss me off. I think they do a very, very good job. It's their job to, you know, investigate and interrogate. That's what they do. They do it well. And I like John Lieberman a lot. I think he's really, really good at what he does. You know, I mean, here's a man who replaced Steve Langford. So, come on. You can't get bigger and better than that. Steve Langford was great, and he filled his shoes, and John's doing a good job. So, you know, they always have to kind of put a spin on things, and they have to act like they're bewildered by certain things that are said. And then Sal said, if you had a vagina, I'd fuck you. Well, that was my way of saying thank you. What better way to thank somebody by fucking them? Right?
The ultimate gift is getting banged by Sal, I'm sure.
You see, somebody does something nice for you. What do you want to do?
Bang him.
Bang him.
And what better gift than to be banged by Sal Governale?
I think.
Well, you know, whether it's Sal Governale, whether it's Greg Carmel, I don't know if you could bang these days with that belly, but anyway, you know, people do like.
Don't make me run. I'm full of chocolate.
You're gonna get banged.
John.
Yes.
Got a lot off your chest in there with Benji. I mean,
yeah,
something like that could only perhaps help your situation with him, but with Benji, it's just a very It's an awkward arrangement.
Yeah, I mean, the strange thing with Benji is that I think he counts on people getting sucked into the vortex and then backing down. I really have no intention of backing down. I'm going to be at the elevator every morning seeing if he's here on time. I'm going to be watching his tweets. This is my job. Benji's not the only person I cover. Benji's one of hundreds of people I cover. I'm not going to change the way I do things at all. Benji doesn't scare me. He doesn't intimidate me. Benji is just another person that I cover, and I'll continue to do it.
In a way, is Howard 100 News Benji's worst nightmare in that you make him explain his shtick, his bullshit. Whereas Howard sometimes would get bored with it, or at other times indulge it and laugh about it. You guys uncover the truth behind it.
Yeah, and my point is this. Benji always wants the attention. He's starving for attention, but he doesn't want to be held accountable. We hold him accountable in addition to giving him attention, quite frankly, and that's the part he doesn't like. He wants the attention without the accountability, and that's not going to happen.
Well, let's go to Tim. Tim, you're on the air.
Howard.
Tim's from Gilbert, Arizona.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
Hey, now.
Hey, real quick about all the Benji stuff. I'd rather see you guys take a sick day than this Benji business is over the top, and he's not funny.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, we're going to put a halt to that.
Yeah, I've put a moratorium on Benji and his girlfriend antics. I don't want to hear about it anymore.
It's just too much of it. And hey, also...
It'd be interesting. It would be interesting if, he told you what was really going on.
Yeah, but all the shtick and the lying, and either way, she's going to dump him if she's successful. She's going to dump him if she's not.
Right.
Howard.
I don't know that's going to happen.
Howard, what am I lying about?
Like when I ask you if you guys are romantic and you're like...
We are.
No, I'm talking about intercourse and stuff.
I said we hadn't yet.
Right. I don't believe you. I don't. I think that's a lie. It's really not?
I really want to get away from talking about because this is someone I really do love and I have a real relationship with.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I don't.
Had I had sex with her yet? No.
Okay. So you haven't had sex with her?
No.
We've done it again. We're talking.
Yeah. I'm done with this. Stop it, Robin.
It's like
Robin's fault.
You're mad at me for
I'm not mad at you.
Honestly.
I'm saying I don't care. Like it doesn't feel
but you
organic.
asked me about it, and
it just feels like one big shtick.
It's not authentic.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's anything real going on.
What doesn't? I mean,
I don't know. I don't think I'm getting to the real story, and that's what I'm about. When I talk to people, I get reality.
This is someone we were friends. Right. I was totally chasing her.
Right.
And then she got
You're letting him do it to you.
Right,
I don't care.
Okay. Thank you, Robin.
But don't say I'm lying.
Don't care.
Right. Okay, you're not lying. You just. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
If we stop talking about it, nobody will say you're lying.
Right. You're not lying. It's just hard to believe a guy who's got beard dye is telling the truth. And a fake earring.
He's talking to me. We're not talking to you.
No, but it's like you're saying.
So, Robin,
you're saying I'm lying.
What's going on with you?
I'm claiming that I didn't sleep with someone.
You seen anybody?
No, I'm not.
No? Okay. Tell Fred. He wants to hear it.
No, I don't, actually.
Right.
I'm not. You guys are bringing it up, not me.
Because we know the level of animosity you have towards John right now, or your feelings towards John.
She loves the bad boy.
He's doing too. No, I think we actually have a real friendly relationship.
He alluded to that.
I didn't, I didn't like what he did. We have a disagreement about that. We have an honest disagreement about it. You guys could say like, oh, I'm making a big deal about something that's not a big deal, but it's being made into a big deal that I did something wrong, and what I didn't do anything wrong. So I could understand him thinking it was me, but before it was all put out there, I should have been checked. Or should have been checked with more, or should have been very, very clear that it wasn't sure that I was. You didn't know if I was tweeting in the studio.
So had he posed the question as Benji, I noticed that a new tweet, came from your account this morning. Was it you? Would that have been the proper way to start the line of questioning?
It should have been, to me first. It was like that time that there was like a misunderstanding that Sal skipped out on a credit card bill. The news did, and it should have been verified first that he did that before it was reported that he did that, or before people were asked about Sal doing that.
But what if his only true way of verifying it was to ask you? But
no, before he asked me, he asked other people in the office.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say that in the studio?
I thought it was clear, but maybe it wasn't clear.
That is much too healthy. You need to have Godfather's pizza. Normally I would. What's the bracha on that again?
Hamotzi lechem in hearts.
No, that would be Borei Pri Ha'adamah.
Oh, okay.
But I don't want to be obtrusive. See you later.
Oh, Pittsburgh Pete. I know Pete.
Yeah, Howard, thinking about you again. You're in your 50s.
Right. I'm 55, Pete. And in January 12th, I will be 56 years old, and I can't even imagine it.
Yeah, you're on your way up to close to Ronnie's age. He's going to be 60. And
well, let's not rush me up to 60 yet, but...
Yeah, it takes a couple of years to get there.
Yeah, give me a break.
He has a full term of college before he's 60.
Right. It's a lifetime.
I'm 30 years old now, so you're 50. You're 56.
5.
So what is it like in your 50s? That's what I want to know. Like, are you enjoying your life still?
Pete, I am enjoying my life from the sense that I'm very, very happily married. I enjoy my weekends and time off, and I'm enjoying work more than ever. So it's a great place to be. My kids are older, which is kind of nice. They're doing well. I'm happy to see that. I'm out of the woods in the sense that, you wonder when you have kids, are they going to grow up to be good kids? Are they going to be normal? Are they going to give you a hard time?
What kind of adults are these going to be?
So I feel out of the woods. I think they're good kids. They're nice kids. And I love them. And the thing is, so that's a good place to be. I wouldn't want to go back into my 30s or 20s and start over professionally. I like where I'm at in terms of a radio performer. I know how to get behind a mic and do a show and all of that. So all that's good. Listen, I came to a conclusion a long time ago about radio specifically, that the person who doesn't grow or change is dull and remains dull and will never, ever succeed. You constantly have to evolve and change. And I don't mean just from like whether or not you play the dating game on the air. I mean your whole lifestyle, your opinions, your view of the world has to evolve, or else it's a dead issue. You're done
at a certain point. You're acting if your life is changing, but your character isn't.
And I know I get criticized. Some people love the Billy West years. Some people love the Jackie years. Some people love the Artie years. Some people love this. They love when I did the Channel 9 shows. But I've always tried to just give you me honestly, and that's the same. And this is what it is. This is what it is. And when people get tired of it, if I sense that my audience is done with me, I will leave.
That will never happen.
Well, there you go, Pete. I like your optimism.
That's never going to happen. There's nothing else out there that's really going to captivate people like your show has.
You know why I'm good on the radio, too? I was thinking about me the other day. Most of my day, I think about me.
That's a surprise. You were thinking about you?
99% of the time, I think about me. And then the other 1% is the rest of you. So I was thinking about my radio career. I was reflecting on it. And it was hard not to, because everywhere in my office is a piece of memorabilia about my career.
You've gotten it to that where you can't not think about it.
I fully embrace myself. I never used to, but now I do. Every award, everything is surrounding me.
It's like a museum.
It's a museum to me.
The Hall of Howard.
Hall of Howard. Radio Hall of Fame. Because believe me, what else is there? And so I was thinking about me, and the reason I'm good on the radio is A, it's a certain ability, certain talent. That's one thing you got to have. B, there's 4 things you got to have. B, what was A again?
A was that you got to have a certain talent.
You got to have a certain ability. B, you got to be.
What is that certain ability? You didn't have it when you first started.
Well, no, it's a certain sensibility about the world, a certain sense of humor, a certain understanding about how to tell a story.
It was in him, though.
It was in me. Yeah. I mean,
okay. Well, what you're saying then
is your family and the way you're raised.
You had it. I don't know what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that many times I'd be sitting around my family and we had to tell a story.
Yeah.
And my father would say to me, "Stop! It's boring." Now, these were harsh words, but they
fixed you right.
They fixed me. They made me nuts. They made me neurotic. It was mean, but nevertheless, they go, no, edit yourself. Most parents today listen and indulge every word a kid says. And quite frankly, they're healthier, but they're big bores. You hear some of my callers. They can't even, they do a wind-up for 15 minutes.
Yeah, they can't even get into the story.
They're bores because they've been overindulged and they've been told that everything they say is brilliant.
So what I'm just trying to decipher here is it still is something you learned. It wasn't an innate ability. You say your parents molded you.
Yes, that's true.
I agree.
Well, not just your parents. It's just but there also is it's like a great musician. They have a musical ability. Yes, they had to sit in their room and learn the guitar, let's say, Eddie Van Halen. But there's a certain ear they have and a certain ability to understand music. There is a talent there.
Okay, so then it's two separate things.
That's right. It is a physical sort of gift you're born with. B, it's also the way you're raised. That gift could remain dormant. Like if Eddie Van Halen hadn't had certain surroundings, if he hadn't had certain influences in terms of music, it might never have emerged. He might not have felt comfortable enough to encourage that. So it's partly environmental. It's partly sort of what you're born with. A certain ability to speak.
Okay, so you had a certain awareness of the world and a sensitivity and a sensibility toward information and outside events.
For example, my father was in radio. He was an engineer, but I was exposed to this idea of the microphone, people speaking into it. He was also a recording engineer. He had a recording studio.
So that was instrumental.
That's part of it, yes. Instrumental is an okay word to use. That's fine.
You would not have been on the radio without that, is what you're saying.
It's one of the components. That's right. Now, also...
The stars aligned, Howard. It might have been from God. You have to give God a little credit once in a while.
Well, yeah, that's what I call the thing that you're born with. This ability to look at the world and say, gee, Mad Magazine's got the right idea. There's satire there. You have to have a sense of humor and appreciation. Sense of humor has to be cultivated by your environment, but also you have to have that ability. It's sort of an ability somewhere inside of you.
Yeah, now there's another thing. Where does sense of humor come from?
Well, as Pete puts it, if you believe in God, or if you believe in the universe, nature, whatever it is, or the genetic sort of soup that we come from, it's just sort of something that's there. Like Beethoven had his musical thing, and it came out early.
That's how Artie made it to the point where he's at now.
Well, hold on. We'll get to Artie. Artie's a whole other case. Artie defies all this.
I also think it has to do with the atmosphere. It's a combination of being born with it and the atmosphere you grow up in that develops.
That's correct. Now, the third component, which is essential in any success story. Now, I don't care what you apply this to. Pete, what do you want to be in life?
What do I want to be in life? I'm not even sure at this point.
All right, okay.
Well, we were specifically talking about you. You said you were thinking about
But here is the other...
these four things.
Here is the essential component. You talked about the essential component. Here's the third thing is the essential component. And that is... I want to see who's paying attention at this point.
He's making it up right now.
No, I'm not. I'm going to tell you what it is.
All right.
It is having the ability to practice. Now, what do I mean by this?
Oh, you read this in a book a few weeks ago.
I read some of Outliers, and I responded to it, but some of this is my own thoughts all along. Outliers says 10,000 hours are required to be an expert. Now, I've never added up the hours, but the hours of me watching television, listening to Brad Crandall on the radio, putting this together, seeing my father, and then actually having the time to develop this. WRNW, I was working a 6-hour shift, 6 days a week. And I got hours and hours of practice in college. I'd go down to the college radio station and start to practice. I started to practice all over the country what it is I wanted to do. Now, it's no different than when you talk to a guitar player who spent his entire childhood playing the guitar in his room over and over and over again. There are guys who have done that and never succeeded. They're okay guitar players. But the ones who have this, as I say, born talent, it comes out. But they have to put in the hours of practice.
Well, there are different levels of this born talent.
That's right.
Even the guy who doesn't play as well as Eddie Van Halen has a born musical talent.
That's right.
He's better than me at picking up a guitar.
Howard, you completed all the requirements that it took to get to where you're at.
Yes, but you didn't even hear the fourth requirement.
4.
You don't know what the fourth requirement is. I told you, thousands of hours of practice.
This guy will never complete anything.
Well, he wants to be a professional pot smoker.
ADD.
His ADD. He wants to be a professional marijuana user.
He wants Adderall.
Right. He's on his way to his 10,000 hours of practice.
He's on his way to 10,000 Adderall.
The fourth thing, and I think this is very, very important, is being born in the right time frame. Now, this is something from Outliers, and this is a key component. When you hear about Bill Gates, who is a huge success, Bill Gates, if you go through his history, actually was born at a time where he had available to him as a kid, because his parents were into some sort of computer science, they knew a guy who could, back then you couldn't even get into a computer lab or get on a computer. When he was born, somehow the circumstances led up to he was allowed free hours, endless free hours in a computer lab where he got to work this stuff out. Him and his friends were like into this thing like crazy. If they physically couldn't get the computer time as children, in other words, he had a certain privilege that you don't have, I don't have. He was in the right place. I had a certain privilege. I got to see my father work with these guys with the microphone. I got to visit the radio station, WHOM. I got to watch the guys work. I was mesmerized. I was mesmerized by this. I got to see something a lot of people didn't get to see. This Bill Gates, when they describe him, he got to do this in a lab. No one did. He got it was too expensive for people at that time.
Right, because computers were huge things. They didn't fit in people's homes.
Yeah, and I don't know the terminology of what it was he got for free, but it's a certain access to programming that you could only get programming time for an hour, and it was a fortune.
And you wouldn't waste this on a kid.
Right. He was allowed to go in there at night and use it all night and day. And that's what led to it. So it's part luck.
Well, let me ask you something.
Being born at the right time, and part having an ability.
What about these people who are born with nothing?
Well, people who are born with nothing, it appears that they're born with nothing, but it's not always the case. Now, let me give you an example. You sit and you look at professional hockey players. That's what they do in the book Outliers. And the guy points out, he says, you know, everyone in Canada, for Canada's a huge hockey place. And they say, well, you know, why did this guy become a pro? He didn't have anything more than anybody else. Maybe he had some talent, this and that. But it was the mere fact that they were born either January, February, or March. Now, you would never pick up on this, but here's what happens. In the school system, it's a full year. The kids who are born January, February, March are physically bigger. There's huge differences in physicality. You're almost a year older.
Just from January, February, March?
You're almost a year older than someone born in December. And what would happen in hockey, for example, kids would go to school and the coaches would look for some star players.
And they take the bigger kids.
The bigger kids, and also the kids who were older. They were a little more mature. They could understand a little better. They did better in school. They've even found that kids born January, February, March, because they're that almost a year older, they do better in school in the beginning. They get more attention from teachers. Therefore, they thrive a little more, get a little more encouragement, are noticed more, and they actually do better at certain things. But the hockey example is one where you are physically bigger. Now, they did find some hockey players who excelled who were born in, let's say, later months. But the majority, the Canadian hockey players, because of the system and the public school system, January, February, March, I think it was something like 70%.
Yeah, but they at least had a hockey system. I'm talking about somebody who winds up
what I'm saying
being
is,
the president of South Africa, born in, what did Nelson Mandela have?
Well, what I'm saying is we don't know that because I don't know the history of Nelson Mandela, but there could be something as simple, Robin, as the day he was born. Because who would pick up on that with hockey?
Know if, the day he was born was very healthy.
I said not that, but there's something. There are circumstances that lead to somebody becoming great.
Or Dikembe Mutombo, whatever his name is. He was in Africa, and they found him as. What in the world?
He was 8'2", Robin.
Yeah, but you still got to go find him. He didn't get here on his own.
Anyway,
it was like
that is why it is difficult to even pluck anyone out and say, "Here's a radio show." Or here's a TV show. It takes, like we were talking yesterday, they took David Lee Roth, a rock star, a guy who had spent his years practicing that and obviously excelled.
He's a good rock star.
That's right. And they said, go on the radio. Go do a radio show. Well, of course it was destined to fail. We all knew it. For some reason, the radio executives didn't know it.
Yeah, there were tons of people who didn't know it,
right.
Howard, and they had power, and they put him there.
They did. But we all knew it. My audience knew it. You knew it. I knew it.
It would have been like you touring as lead singer of Van Halen.
Exactly. It's funny that David Lee Roth didn't know it. It's funny. I remember interviewing David Lee Roth. I invited him in to say, "Hey, David's going to take over our morning show," and I remember he walked in with kind of a swagger, and I remember why. I think he was on edge. I think he was thinking that I was going to put him down and and ridicule him for taking over our show, and I didn't. I was just the opposite. Every time he sort of got a little confrontational with me, I showered him with love, really. Right. I said, "Hey, David, I wish you the best." And I think it took him like into
by
surprise. Yes, it took. He was like, "Whoa!"
He was defensive.
He was defensive that day. He really was. I remember it very well. And I don't think I'm projecting that. I think he really was.
Oh no, it was absolutely true.
Yeah, and and I was just, and then when I was just saying to him, "Hey, I really wish you the best and hope you do well," but and then he kind of in his arrogance said to me, and this is David, in typical David. He says to me, man, I'm used to speaking in front of audiences as big as 300,000 people. You think this is something to me? This isn't a big deal to me. I've been doing this my whole life." And
no, that's not what he said exactly. What he said was, "This is the greatest opportunity for me because in a stadium, I could only speak to that many people.
Right.
Now I'm going to get to speak to all these millions of people." And you quietly pointed out that who said there are going to be millions for you?
Yeah, and I tried to say to him that day that you don't just automatically yes, millions of people show up to see Van Halen.
Yeah.
This is different. This is you. You're out there. You have a microphone. It's blank space. It's a canvas. And you've got to fill it with something entertaining that your audience will find compelling. And I knew this was a daunting task. I mean, this is not something easily done.
He seemed to think that people would show up for him talking.
Right. And they'd given him a couple of practice shows in Boston, and I guess someone had heard this stuff. And really, David was not prepared. The guy would have needed his, as they say in Outliers, 10,000 hours of practice, really. And who even knows if he has that talent anyway? He didn't. Who knows if he had one of the 4 requirements?
The show was okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen, everyone has a story to tell. I could listen to someone on the radio and tell them what they need to do.
But can they do it? That's the other thing. It's a matter of, can you actually do it?
When I hear someone on the radio, I go, "Oh, here's how you fix that." But then I go, well, if they're not going to hear that, how are they ever going to fix it?
And you would feel that way towards everybody. That's the thing. You would put your mind beliefs above everybody else's in the world.
What?
In radio, yes. In radio, I believe I'm as good as it gets. That's how I really do believe. And I'm not saying it from arrogance. I'm not saying it out of any sort of pompous notion. I don't feel about that way about anything in my life. I go to a psychiatrist 3 times a week and I go, I don't even know how to be. I don't even know how to be a human being.
You don't know how to be you.
I don't even know how to exist. It's pathetic in there. I mean, it really is. You would think that I was an entire mess. But nevertheless, when it comes to this, radio, I mean, I'm as competent and as I am the Beethoven of radio.
Well, I said it early on, I couldn't understand how other people couldn't see how much you knew. And when they were, when we first started, when we were at DC 101, and they would sit in the room and they'd start trying to tell you things, I was like, don't they realize he's the smartest person in this room?
Well, you know what?
Don't they know they should be listening to him?
It led to a lot of frustration. It really did on my part.
I'm sure.
I would go home and sit there and go, why do I would visualize the whole thing, and I'd say, why don't they get this? Why don't they let me loose? I don't get it. I mean, when Pig Virus and Dom Fioravanti and
they were the worst.
And
John Hayes. That was another one.
I mean, all of them. I sat there in a room and I said, this is like it would be as if Eddie Van Halen had to get guitar lessons from me. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Can you imagine people trying to tell Einstein what he should be doing?
Here's what you ought to do with that brain of yours.
Yeah.
I mean, it was that annoying to me. And I don't have this ability at anything else. It's this. I get this. I know what to do with this. Give me a fucking microphone. Give me a room full of my crew. And let the symphony begin.
And that's what Sirius Satellite Radio has been to you, Howard. It's the pinnacle of your career.
I'll tell you why.
You're respected, and you have the power there. You don't got to...
I know, I'm not respected. There's still people who don't believe I know what I'm talking about. Believe it or not.
Who?
I don't have to say names. They still think they know better than me. But I'm going to tell you something. One thing about here, I get more respect, and there's another thing I get. For the most part, I'm left alone, and this is the smartest thing you can do. Every time certain people poke their nose into this and start to mess around with my people, and I hate to be cryptic, but when they start to mess with my people, when they start to offer them jobs, when they start to tell them how to do their job, it is as I look at them as flies who have no conception of what is going on. And I look at them and I go, how dare you question what we're... I don't even mind questioning. Questioning's good. But for God's sakes, what makes you think you know better than we do? Don't come in here and inflict your pain on us. Sure, listen, I'm not above criticism. I know there are things I do that are very boring on the radio. This might be boring on the radio. But for the most part, we're able to hit some home runs out of the park.
And stay around.
And stay around for the party.
There'll be one today.
That's right. Right now, there might not be a home run, but there will be one later. I can almost guarantee it.
You can't hit one every time.
Right. Look, there are no slumps here.
That's right. We come in to do a show. And so, the reason I flourish here is, number one, they have an understanding to leave me alone. And by leave me alone, they're smart about it. They say, listen, we think you know what you're doing.
Here's a tough question. What sense does it make to not promote that you're going to come back to Sirius for no matter how long it is? So people can resubscribe, new people will join on, they're secure that you're going to be there. And we know you know this already.
I don't know what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, why wouldn't you tell everybody, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be around here. The radio show is going to continue.
Because I don't know that that's true. And I'm not going to lie to my audience.
He's claiming you know this already.
No, I don't know. I had a conversation. I had 5 conversations this weekend with my agent.
Mm-hmm. 5?
About this, yeah. Because he claims I'm unavailable to talk to him. I go, it's just the opposite, Don. He's the one that's not in the office on Friday and Monday.
Oh, my God. You can't find him.
I said, listen, I call you as soon as you call me. So we made an appointment to talk, and we got into some really good conversation. And we had like 5 conversations about this very topic. Mm-hmm. And, I do know what I want to do. I do know, Pete.
Yeah.
But I don't know that Sirius is going to go for it. You know what? If Sirius and I sat down in an easy way and sat down and said, here, let's continue on, it would never be that easy because There are things that I would like to be able to do, and there are things that I want to go and do, and I don't know that they're going to go for it. I have something in my mind where perhaps we could continue here.
They have to go for it.
They don't
have to do anything.
They don't have to do anything. Listen.
You created them.
No.
Look.
I did not. It was here before I... granted, I think they would have gone... I think Sirius would have been out of business had we not gone.
Look, he created a lot of things in radio.
Right.
And they let him go.
Right. And we see what happens when they let me go.
Well, they let you go, but they still let you go.
But they do... Listen, I don't know, Pete, if it'll make sense to the company. And I am a loyal supporter of this company. I love this company. I think satellite radio must stay around. I think it's terrific. And I think it's only going to get better. But the fact of the matter is, and by the way, someone said to me, you know how you say amazing on the radio? I say the fact of the matter is way too much. I was criticized for that.
Oh, dear.
But the fact of the matter is that we could possibly be around some more here. But who knows? Pete, if I had the answer and I could tell you, I would give it to you.
Waiting for it.
I don't know that it's going to be so easy to bang out a deal.
Man.
I don't know.
I'll tell you why this show is successful. The fact of the matter is Robin's amazing.
Well, that's right. That's right. You want to know something? And I'm going to take credit for Robin. Full credit.
Full credit.
Because
you didn't give birth to me. Give somebody
everything
something.
but let me tell you something. My ability to recognize Robin's greatness is what we're talking about.
And your
here.
chemistry, absolutely.
That's right.
Well, I recognize the chemistry. Let me take credit for that.
Okay.
Yeah, Robin.
Actually, I take credit for recognizing his genius.
That's right.
Her heart might be broke.
What?
Just not being around Howard every day. That's going to break your
Well,
heart.
that would
I
break
mean,
her
some
heart.
people may not realize I was not going to take the job they were offering me until they played a tape of him. And then I said, I'm taking the job just to meet him because he's
that's
incredible.
True. That's true.
And that's when you started wanting him sexually.
That was it.
How many years have you been pining away from me?
Man.
By the way, nobody's taking credit for Benji's contribution. No, but that's just the point. Artie being a part of the show, Fred, Benji. These are people that I've chosen to work with, and they've chosen to work with me. And these are all good people, and that's part of it, too. You can't just have some schlubs.
Yeah, don't worry about that, Mo. That's not your responsibility.
I do, as a matter of fact. Or the fact of the matter is...
That's amazing.
That's right.
You've done enough for them.
I have several lucrative offers. I could be on The Real Housewives of Orange County as a fake husband.
There you go.
Fred has a lot of money saved.
Who knows what Fred's up to? No one knows with Fred. How you doing over there, Fred?
I'm doing fine.
Let's get off of this topic and move on to something. How
actually,
are you?
I think
Is
it's
it
pretty
time to
good
check in with Fred?
that you talk about. I think people should be fascinated about what it takes to become a guy at the top.
That's right.
But not everybody has the ability, so why listen?
I don't know. Maybe
They'll just be
someone
disappointed in
maybe
themselves.
someone will be inspired because you're right. Not everybody can do what you do.
Practice.
But practice doesn't do it for everyone.
I told you that's only one component.
But I think you also have to love it. I mean, there's one thing that when you hear Howard speak about radio, you hear a passion in his voice.
I don't love it.
I think you do.
Look,
I think
Andre Agassi
Fred,
didn't
that
love
wasn't one of the
tennis. He was
components.
really
You're
good
lying
at
to
it.
me.
No, I don't love it.
When you said you were 5 years old, you dreamed of being on the radio.
Yes, but I didn't love it. There was a lot of pressure in my life. I didn't love it. And that's part of it, too.
You must love it because in spite of that pressure, you
People
come
who are
here
great-
every day, you did what you did.
No.
Well, if he says he doesn't love it, why are you arguing
He
with
wants
him?
Because I don't
argument.
think he's aware of it. I don't think he's aware of his love for radio.
Do I love radio?
Hold on, let me find
No.
I think you're full
Do
of
I
shit.
what?
I think you love it.
For 25 years, I've sat over here, talked in the mic, played with these pots. What are you talking? I'm here every day. But do you love radio? Do I what? Do you love radio? For 30 years, I write the bits.
30 years.
Lay in bed and think of shit to say. Get up in the morning, eat my egg whites.
Yeah.
Talk to Benji and Fred. Do I love it? Do I love radio?
Not at 5:59 a.m., that's for sure.
I've been going to sleep at 8 o'clock, watching TV and going to bed. Not fucking Beth, making sure I get to sleep. And you ask me, do I love it? What kind of question is this? But do you love it? Do I love radio? All right, thanks, Pete. Good to speak to you.
I'm really excited to be down here on the Stern Show. We're going to talk about my book today, hang out a little bit, and shoot the shit with Howard.
So you excited to be on?
Oh, yeah.
Big
It's fantastic. I listen to him all the time. He is the king of satellite radio, you know?
I'm excited. Don Felder's here. He just wrote a book about what it's like to be in the Eagles and then get your ass kicked out of there. Yeah. That's got to be a come down. Pretty amazing story, actually, and I'm very curious about it. There's the guy right there.
Yep, there he is.
There he is. That's the guy. In person. How you doing,
But
man?
maybe it's good to be able to get the Eagles money without having to be an Eagle.
Hey, that's the idea. You know?
There you go. Now
It's a wonderful thing.
Now you're talking.
It's a lovely, lovely thing.
Well, a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you, too. I was actually doing a radio interview up in Calgary a couple of weeks ago with a guy that's a huge kind of radio talk show host up there.
Right.
And he says, when you see Howard, tell him he is definitely the king of
that's
satellite
nice.
radio.
That's nice.
And
What's
you
that
are.
guy's name? Do you even
His
remember?
name is Dave Rutherford.
Dave. Well, thanks, Dave. That's nice to say.
Yeah, absolutely right. So,
you know, the one thing before we get into the outrageous history of you and the Eagles, I love that video. They show it still on VH1 every once in a while, where of course it's the live Hotel California, and you and Joe Walsh are standing there like rock gods.
Sure.
And you're playing that duet, you know, the instrumental part, and you kind of lean into Joe during that, and you tell him something that cracks him up during it because he starts laughing. And I always love when musicians talk to each other on stage. It's kind of cool.
You wonder what they're talking about.
But I've heard you reveal this, but maybe now you'll do that for my audience. What do you lean in and say to Joe Walsh to cause him to laugh during Hotel California?
Back in those days, we used to do a lot of drugs, and people would walk around with reminiscence glistening on the tips of their nose. And so if you had that on your face, somebody would say, hey, you're showing.
Right.
So we're in the middle of filming this. This is pre-VH1 and pre-MTV, and we're actually filming this so we can send it over to Japan and Europe and whatnot, so people can see what this is about, which was the way you promoted stuff before you got on MTV.
Sure.
So in the middle of filming this, I just lean over to Joe in the middle of that solo and go, you're showing.
He had a big Coke booger, didn't he?
He did.
He did.
He didn't really. It was just a joke.
And Joe laughs, of course. So
Joe.
there is the secret. There it is. That is what it's revealed.
You know, that story's cooler than I thought it would be. That's great.
Artie needs Coke now. You were a member of the Eagles from 74 to 80, and I didn't even realize you weren't an original member of the Eagles. They brought you in to, I think, kind of rock things up and cool it up a little bit because the Eagles were more like a country band almost. And then they brought you in, right? You were the guy they figured could make them rock and roll.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah, they were playing, Take It Easy and Peaceful Easy Feeling and those sort of songs. Great songs, but really kind of country oriented. And AM radio in the 70s, you had to have a special format. It had to be 3 minutes long. You had to have an intro that was under 30 seconds so the DJs didn't have a long time to talk before the singing started. And everything that was on the radio was either rock and roll or R&B.
So it was very calculated on the part of the Eagles. And when I say the part of the Eagles, I mean, Frey and Henley.
Frey and
Henley. It was really sort of brilliant on their part to say, we need a guy who can make us even more acceptable to the rock and roll world. It'll make us a bigger band.
That's exactly
So it was
right.
smart to bring you in.
Now, how did they find you? I mean, why you?
Yeah, why you and not
I keep
me?
asking myself that question every day. Why me?
Why you?
Well, one of the guys that was in the band, original member, was a guy named Bernie Ledden, and he was a brilliant guitar player. If you listen to the first couple of records, he was a brilliant bluegrass and electric country music guitar player.
Right.
And Bernie and I were actually high school friends when we were 15 and 16 and had a band together in Gainesville, Florida, where we grew up.
Right.
And Bernie Bernie left Gainesville and moved back to California and was in the Flying Burrito Brothers and a few other bands, and finally wound up in the Eagles. And so when he would come around to different cities that I was in, we'd get together and I'd go backstage and hang out and play with him and just say hello.
Right.
And I wound up seeing them in Boston, I think at Boston University or something, in '71 when they were opening for the Yes.
Right.
So they were just starting out at the time. I went back and saw Bernie and my buddy and hung out, and we played backstage, and Glenn and everybody was there and kind of saw me and went, wow, that's great. And Bernie kept calling me to get me to move out to L.A. He said, the music business isn't happening in New York. It's not in Boston. It's in California. And in those days, in the 70s, it really was. That was the California sound. So eventually I took his advice and moved out to L.A. in my U-Haul trailer and my 65 Volvo, and got a couple of jobs out there working for Crosby Nash, beating Stephen Stills, playing.
So you were really connected. I mean, you knew a lot of guys. You knew Crosby, you knew Nash, you knew you knew a lot of the big acts, right?
I did. You know, it was funny before I met Bernie, the guy that was in my band in Gainesville was Stephen Stills. When we were 14 and 15 years old, we had a little band
How did
together.
you know Stephen Stills? I mean, I think he's a genius, Stephen Stills. Am I right on that?
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely.
You met him when you were 14, and didn't you hang out with the Allman Brothers when you were a kid? How do you know all these guys?
Where were you? You're like the Zelig of music.
I was in the shittiest part of town.
Nobody was where you were.
No one hung out where I was.
Well, it was Gainesville, Florida. I don't know if there was something in the water or what we were smoking in those days, but everybody kind of wound up being friends together.
Isn't Tom Petty from there?
Yeah, he was one of my guitar students. I taught him early on.
Wow. You taught Tom Petty how to play guitar?
Yeah.
Does he thank you every day for that?
Well, I think he mentions it in his articles now, and that was so funny.
Every time he gets laid, he should thank you. I mean, come on. Another brilliant guy that you hung out with. Wow. You taught Tom Petty how to play guitar. You mean he took guitar lessons from you?
He took guitar lessons
from me. He paid you to teach him how to...
exactly.
No kidding. Was he a brilliant student? Did you say to yourself, geez, this is some kid?
No, he wasn't a great guitar player, but he was fantastic on stage. He had this charisma. He had this long, straight blonde hair, and he'd flip his hair and shake his hair.
Yeah, but did you ever say to yourself, here you were, I guess you're older than him, that you were his guitar teacher.
Yeah, a couple of years.
Did you ever say to yourself, gee, maybe I ought to hook up with this kid and start a band with him?
No, I had my own band. I was working with Stills. He was a couple of years younger than me, so, you know, he was still a skinny, kind of buck teeth, scraggly hair.
Wow.
Well, now that I think about it, he still looks like that.
I was going to say, you're describing him now.
I mean, how much did you charge Tom Petty for a guitar
I think
lesson?
it was $3 an hour.
$3 an hour.
But I didn't. I was working.
I was going to say, what do you charge today? I mean, inflation.
I was working at this music store, and I didn't really get paid cash. I got paid credit on this store account, and I would save up my money so I could buy strings or chords or a guitar or something like that.
Did you ever imagine that you would be something bigger than a guitar teacher? I mean, it's such a lucky business, right?
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's crazy.
I've been so blessed to be able to come from such humble means where I grew up on a little dirt road in the Palmetto fields of North Florida.
Imagine if you said to Tom Petty when you were teaching him, you said, listen, schmuck, I'm not going to charge you. You just give me 1% of your career if you ever take off.
I should send him that. Say, you know, I'm entitled a percentage of what you make because I started a job.
How many years did you teach him?
Well, I was there for about 1.5 years or 2 years in town before I left.
No kidding.
Yeah, once Bernie left, I put together another band and actually moved to New York and worked here in New York, lived down on Horatio Street when it was actually the meatpacking district before it was so cool.
Did you have credentials as a guitar teacher? In other words, were you you're able to read music and you're able
I taught myself.
You taught yourself all that?
I exchanged lessons in this other school of music. This guy named Paul Hillis had gone to the Berklee College of Music and came back to Gainesville and opened this little music school. And so he taught me to read, taught me music theory, composition, and that sort of stuff. So every hour that I would teach his guitar students, he would teach me music and theory. So it was because I had no money. I couldn't pay for anything.
Of course not. You were hanging out with Stills, and you were hanging out with these guys, Allman Brothers, all these guys.
Yeah.
And yet the Eagles are the ones that figure out, let's put this guy in our band.
Sure.
I mean, this is the guy.
Yeah.
And they figured that out. Why? What had you done that was so remarkable to them that said, man, this is the guy that can make us go to the next level?
Well, every time they would be at rehearsal out in L.A. when I was in town, if I wasn't out on the road working with somebody, I would go in and just hang out at their rehearsals, sit in and jam with them and play with them. And
so you helped them write music?
No, I didn't help them write music then. We would just jam. Just jam. Kick around and have a good time and kind of get off.
This guy's got the right vibe for us.
Yeah, and we were exciting, and, you know, it was just fun.
And they offer you a full partnership in the Eagles.
That's
correct.
In other
words, you were a full partner. When I say that, some bands, let's say, have one or two guys who write the songs and stuff, and then they have members who don't get a full partnership. They get paid well, But they're employees.
Correct.
But you were a full working partner.
Yeah.
Like you signed a contract with them. And
That's
you said,
right.
look, I'm a full-fledged member. If they hadn't made you a full-fledged member, would you have backed out and said, this is probably not for me?
Well, no, at the time I received the offer to come in and play on this session, I just went in to play with a bunch of friends of mine in the studio, and I played slide guitar on this song called Good Day in Hell.
Right.
And I got a call the next day asking me to join the band. And I, at the time, was actually being Stephen Stills with Crosby Nash. I was playing Stephen's parts, ironically enough, with that band. And my wife was pregnant with our first kid. And
so you were a married man with a pregnant wife, and things were about to really change in your life. You're about to be a member of the Eagles.
Yeah.
Did you go berserk when you became an Eagle? Did you cheat on your wife? Did you have multiple sex partners? Did you constantly bang?
They gave him those with the contract.
Yeah, that all came with the territory. You know? Yes,
really? Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. You know, I was raised, like I said, in very humble means in the South. I was dragged into church, into Sunday school from the time I was old enough to remember, with my mother, and had a really religious upbringing. And then when I joined the Eagles, I was drugged and I was drugged into sin and all sorts of promiscuity. My whole life and everything changed.
Right. Did you become a drug addict?
I wasn't addicted to drugs.
Right.
I did more than my fair share.
What was your thing? Coke?
Coke, yeah, absolutely.
No heroin?
No, I never did heroin.
No,
I
just
didn't
Coke,
like pot a whole lot. No,
just Coke.
Just Coke, and I
Coke
drank a little Remy Martin to take the edge off, you know. But other than that,
the band was fueled by Coke back then,
yeah,
right?
Everybody was. Yeah, doctors, lawyers, musicians.
Everybody was high.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah.
In fact, you even say in your new book that you hung out with Keith Richards a lot, and you found him. You thought he was dead in a room, right? But then it turned out you saw him on stage that night and he was alive. But you
Please tell me he really doesn't take drugs. That's an act.
You literally thought he was dead, right?
Well, yeah. All I saw was a foot sticking out of his bathroom in his bedroom there, and I this kind of pale gray glow about him, and I went, oh no, I hope I haven't been the one that discovered him. You know?
Yeah, you don't want to go down.
Yeah.
What were the circumstances? A party or something, or pre-show?
It was after show, post show. Yeah, and we were in Kansas City. As a matter of fact, we weren't playing with them or opening for them or anything. We just happened to be. They were playing one night in Kansas City Stadium, in the Chiefs Stadium, and then we were playing some other gig, and we wound up being on the same hotel where they had the top floor with all their gorillas as security, and we had our next floor down with our guys. And our road manager, Richard Fernandez, used to know and be friends with their road manager at the time, said, hey, you want to go up and meet these guys? And I went, of course. Are you kidding me?
Rolling Stones.
You bet. You know, to me, that was a huge honor. This was like, 75, I guess, 76, something like that. And so we went up, and we went walking down this hallway, and the doors to the presidential suite were open at the end of the hallway, and this music was just blaring out of it. Keith used to carry this roll-around studio that had like an old reel tape recorder and an amp and a bunch of cassettes and stuff, and J.B. Lansing monitors in it. So it was just pumping coming out of his thing. And this guitar was laying down on the floor, this electric guitar just going, it was like, just playing itself. And we walked in and I went, that's kind of odd. And we started walking around with the road manager going, Keith, where are you? We walked in the bedroom, and I turned the corner, and there was this foot sticking out of the bathroom, and we were promptly kind of whisked away.
Could you believe you went from being this poor kid to all of a sudden hanging out with Keith Richards and these bands, and you're in a huge band yourself? I mean, you must have pinched yourself. I mean, it must have been
weren't
unbelievable.
huge when you joined them.
No, they weren't. We were just a bunch of kids in ripped jeans and T-shirts. Our gigs, we'd drive rent-a-cars ourselves around, and we'd fly coach in the back, and we played like university campuses, and really until one of these nights, and especially when Hotel California kicked in, is where we really jumped up to stadiums.
And you wrote the song, Hotel California.
Yeah, I wrote a large part of it, yeah.
You wrote the music for it?
I wrote all the music for it, yeah.
You walked in one day and you said to the Eagles, hey, I wrote this song, Hotel California. I don't even know if you had a name for it.
Got this music.
What was the riff that was going through your head? Just the...
Well, I just remember that one day I was kind of sitting on this couch in this rental house that I had on the beach in Malibu. My youngest son was playing out in the sand.
Yep.
Kind of the California summer sun was glistening on the water. I had on a pair of cut-off shorts and was just got out of the water, and I was sitting there just playing acoustic guitar, and kind of out came that introduction, and I played it and played it and played it about 4 times, and I went, I've got to go record this before I forget it.
And when you're having that, do you go to yourself, I think this is a huge moment, but
It just sounded like a kind of a nice progression. I went back and recorded it on a tape recorder, and actually I was working on the songs for Hotel California, and I had like 15 or 16 other songs.
Right.
And so I threw that idea down and went back out and jumped in the water, and then about 4 or 5 days later, I came back and started listening to that reel of song ideas, and I went, I'm going to finish that one. That sounds like a good one. And I had an old Roland Rhythm Ace, which was this funky drum machine that piano players used to play in these bars, and it had a cha-cha beat and a samba and all that stuff.
And you hit the drum beat.
I found the closest one to it and then laid down a bunch of guitars on it and played a bass part on it and pretty much wrote almost identical what's on the record, the 76 record, with the exception of a few guitar solos on the end. So
why do guys who have a gem like you're writing probably the biggest song the Eagles ever had, why the hell do they get rid of you and throw you out of the band? Now, okay.
Because, it sounds like you were all getting along and enjoying each other at the beginning.
That was the heavenly part.
Mhm.
The book
in the beginning
of Heaven and Hell in the book.
When's it go bad? Because when the success hits to Frey and Henley, I know
Fry.
Fry, whatever the fuck his name is. Fry becomes a control freak, right?
Well, what happened is when the band was first joined, even before I was in the band, when it was first formed, everybody had been sidemen behind Linda Ronstadt or behind this person. And when they got together, they said, we're going to be equal partners. We're all going to write songs. Everybody's going to sing 2 songs on the record.
It's communal.
Yeah, it's a band, you know. It's not one guy or 2 guys and a bunch of backup musicians. And it was still going on when I joined the band, and that way we formed this company called Eagles Limited, which was a 5-way partnership that everybody owned a fifth of the band, of the name, the merchandising, the tickets, everything.
Sounds great.
Everybody's driving in the rent-a-cars, everybody's in the studio, everybody's working, everybody gets a fair
Everything's
share.
equal.
Yeah.
Right.
And then as time went by and the main songs that became hits were sung by Henley and Fry, they seemed to feel somewhat more entitled to a larger share of the proceeds and ownership and control than other people in the band.
And I know from the book that you began to look into this. You would say to the business manager, wait a second. I'm driving around in a shitbox. These guys have limousines taking them everywhere.
Is that what they did? They started doing that kind of thing?
Well, yeah, and guess what? When they're riding around a limousine, guess whose share is
being eaten up?
Being eaten up.
That's right. Yeah,
that's right. So
Well, there's an old adage in Hollywood amongst managers and in the music business that says, "Pay your acts enough money that they don't ask questions."
Right. Right.
And the trouble really started around the end of the '90s when I started asking questions. I was CFO at this company.
Right.
And I was only 1/3 owner with Henley and Fry. Bernie had left and surrendered his shares back to the corporation.
That was smart.
Randy had left and surrendered his shares
What did
back
they hold,
to the
a gun to their heads? What
No, they wanted to quit. They just wanted out. They wanted, this is awful. I want the hell out of here.
It was awful because those guys have become demons, in your opinion?
Yeah, and controlling and made work and playing music should be like a child at play. It should be fun and exuberant and exciting, and it's hard to be creative.
But, most of us try to imagine this, because being a musician and getting in a big band is so, the odds are so against you that when it happens, you think you could put up with almost anything. I mean, when you describe things were bad, you're talking about even those guys fought with each other, right?
They did, yeah. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you watched the last 60 Minutes interview where they were on 60 Minutes, where Don and Glenn were sitting in this booth together. But wow, it was just difficult to watch them, the anger and tension and frustration and venom that those guys managed to conceal as best they can.
Those two bastards need each other.
Yeah, they do.
And yet they hate each other.
And that is why.
Why do you think they hate each other? What is it? What is the reason? I mean, they seem like 2 reasonable guys. Why do they hate each other? I mean, they're human beings. I mean, what could be... here's Gary Dell'Abate.
Well, that's why. They're human beings.
An answer, apparently.
Why do they hate each other so much? What is the dislike? What is your answer, Gary?
I read the book, so I think I have a pretty good idea of it. The band started out as 5 equal members, and everybody would write songs and contribute.
Right.
And then it just became Henley and Fry contributing songs, and everybody got less and less. But then it became really obvious that Don Henley is like a machine, like a songwriting machine, and even Fry's songs weren't good enough. And then that became the tension between the two of them.
So then it became...
That is very well said.
Yeah, your book was
you got
amazing.
A lot, you gleamed a lot from the book.
Yeah,
didn't
the
you?
two stars, then one outshone the other.
Did you feel guilty writing the book in the sense that, oh, gee, that's not very rock and roll? Like, okay, you keep your secrets and all your stuff to yourself, and you don't squeal on your brothers, even though they're messed up brothers or anything. Like, it's almost like a family. Did you feel...
Where did that rule get written?
I'm asking. Did you ever have any moments of doubt about writing the book?
No, really, what happened was after, in a period of 12 months, I went through a divorce from my wife, which was, we'd been together 29 years.
How much pussy were you getting, if I could be crude? I mean, was it crazy?
During your marriage.
That's fairly crude.
We know you can be crude. Don't ask that question.
Tell me, what was going on in your life? I mean, poor you. You're married. You probably said to yourself, please, Mr. Penis. I don't know. What do you call your penis? I don't know. Everybody.
Mr. Penis.
Mr. Penis.
Mr. Penis.
Good,
You probably
yeah.
said, Mr. Penis, please don't lead me to temptation. But it's almost impossible to resist, isn't it? I mean, the world is a candy store.
we had this organization called the Third Encore, which wasn't my idea. I wasn't in charge of it or anything. We used to go out and do our shows. We'd do 2 encores, and then during the show, we had guys that would go out in the audience and hand out these little buttons. They were like campaign buttons that had 3E written on it, which stood for the Third Encore, to the most beautiful women they could find, by the hundreds, and say, the Eagles want you to come to this private party. It's upstairs at this suite, blah, 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 blah. And so by the time we finished and got off stage and jumped in the car and went back to the hotel, got to the room, showered, and then went down to the suite, which was furnished with champagne and hors d'oeuvres and appetizers and all sorts of other party supplements.
It's like the greatest bar mitzvah ever.
It would be wall-to-wall with women that were just dying to meet you.
Wow.
And whose idea was that? Because that person should have been a full partner.
He was.
Yeah.
It wasn't my idea.
That should be a third partner, just the Third Encore guy. And I love that there was a name, the Third Encore. I mean, it's brilliant. That guy's a genius.
Yes.
Screw Hotel California. And the women would be there and throw themselves. How long were you able to resist? Because you were married. Was there a period of time, like a couple of months?
No, I was just ravaged with guilt during it all. I mean, to the point where, the nights that I was really high or really drunk, really bored. I don't know if you spend a lot of time on the road, but you spend.
I spend a lot of time in my house.
You spend 2 or 3 hours on stage,
right?
And then the rest of the time, 20 or 21 hours, you're just sitting around with nothing to do, and you find all sorts of horrible things to do, whether it's drugs or alcohol. Or Walsh and I, God bless him, one of
Joe
my favorite guy. He was
Joe.
my comic relief. I just loved the man. He and I would get into all sorts of things.
You know what's amazing? Joe Walsh to me is one of the most talented guys. He was in the James Gang, wrote great songs. He joined the Eagles, and now, and he's not a full partner in the Eagles.
No, he's not.
No, he is. In other words, they pay him well, I guess. He has a deal with them where if he goes on tour with them, he gets paid.
Right.
If they make an album, he gets paid. He gets paid by those 2 guys.
That's how I understand it. Yes.
Right. It wasn't like your deal where you were a full partner. And yet, I'm always surprised that Joe Walsh put up with that, because wasn't he too responsible for giving them more of a rock image and that? And they control him so much that he was not even allowed to dance on stage, right? They would tell him no dancing on stage.
Joe and I used to dance on stage during All Girls, or all they want to do is dance.
Right.
And we would get together and play these guitars and dance and just kind of hammer around on the camera.
It's fun.
And Henley would say he didn't like the camera being
moving
on
away
us.
from him. Yeah.
Right.
So we were a distraction from the Don Henley show, and so we were reprimanded. So we literally started standing almost with our feet nailed down to the floor on that
And
song.
you were probably like, well, I'm being reprimanded, but I have just as much say in this band as the other guys.
You bet, absolutely.
I mean, that's got to drive you nuts.
Yeah, I was castigated one night for wearing the wrong color shoes on stage.
Do you think it was because you were sucking away? Because I find when I watch an Eagles performance, I always like to watch Joe Walsh because he was always a little bit out of control.
He's animated.
And now he's Robo Joe.
Yeah, I used to do in high school. I used to do an impression of him with Hotel California.
With the faces.
For my friends, it was like, we'd be, a little drunk, And when you and him are together doing the solo at the end, I could do the...
Those weird faces that Joe had.
That's perfect.
But as
and
much
the
as you
chemistry between you 2 guys was hilarious.
Right.
Yeah.
But you see, it was too much for these other 2 guys.
These the egomaniacs.
Yeah.
They couldn't handle it.
Yeah, the issues really came down to greed, power, and control. And
what
those
do you
are
think
ugly things.
as a corporation, the Eagles Corporation, T-shirts, concert tickets, albums. What are we talking?
Billions of
dollars.
Billions of dollars.
And you know that because you
were a part of it.
You were a part.
Yeah.
But you thought that the books were being cooked, and you sued to get more money, right?
Well, no. What happened was I started asking questions, and I started getting these kind of sandbag answers.
Mm-hmm.
And as CFO, I thought that I should have the right to at least see what's going on. How much money are we making?
We're talking billions
Where are
of
the
dollars.
expenses going? What's happening? What kind of deals are you guys making for records or touring? Or hey, what's going on,
You're a
partners?
partner, yeah.
Right.
And so my lawyer started asking these questions since we couldn't get any answers directly.
Mm-hmm.
And after he submitted, even though we had been promised in contracts along the way that they would provide us this information, his last letter was sent saying, hey, you promised us to give us this information. When do we get it? And the next day I got a phone call saying I was fired.
How can you be fired? You're a partner.
Well, that's the point. So if you're a shareholder in a corporation, if you own or have a position where you work for the corporation, they can remove you from that job. But
so
they can't.
you were fired. The guys didn't even come and say to you.
They didn't talk to me at all.
They wouldn't talk to you because you dared to ask questions about your share.
Well, that's right, yeah.
So you did sue.
That's right. It was the only way that we even spoke to them and said, hey, you leave us with no resort other than to file this litigation. We don't want to do this. Believe me, I've never been in a lawsuit with anybody, and I hope I'm never in another one in my whole life.
How long did the lawsuit take?
6.5 years.
And I presume you won and got hundreds of millions of dollars.
We settled.
You settled?
Yes.
Why did you settle?
Well,
so if you settled, you got tens of millions of dollars.
Well, in that settlement, there's a non-disclosure confidentiality agreement that I can't discuss the intimate details of it. Although I'd like to.
But I would imagine you're still a partner business-wise with these Eagles.
I can't discuss that.
You can't even say that. But
because I need to know now. When they're on stage, are they working for you?
I can't discuss.
Well,
that.
they play Hotel California. They close every night with Hotel California, and it's a big part of the show.
Thank God you made that deal where you were in writing a full partner.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you would have been screwed.
Absolutely,
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not very rock and roll, is it?
What, being screwed in the music business?
Yeah.
It's historic.
Oh,
Everybody
historic.
gets screwed. Either the record company screw you, or the manager screw you.
But this is your
somebody.
bandmate screwing you.
Yeah, that's especially, the irony of it is I think Don Henley was the head of Coalition for Artist Rights.
Wow.
But let me ask you were
which is a bit hypocritical.
You were even upset with Joe Walsh. You felt when you got thrown out of the band, he would have stuck up for you more.
Well, yeah, I called Joe right after I got the phone call, and Joe and I had been, literally, I drove him to rehab. I, put him in my car and took him there and did everything.
By the way, everybody drove Joe to rehab.
Oh, they did?
That wasn't a big deal.
Not everybody got him to go in.
Well,
go ahead. Yeah.
I only had me and Joe in my car.
I'm just joking. Yes. And so you say you were so close with him, and then you call him up and say, Joe, I just got thrown out of the Eagles. Let's go in there and tell those guys off.
Yeah, well, it put Joe in a really difficult situation. I mean, you were talking about the control they have over him.
Yeah.
And he would have had to make a decision to put himself in a position where his neck was in the guillotine as well, along with mine, or just kind of step back and go, I'm sorry this happened, is kind of what he did.
So he did. He remained silent.
Yes,
were you
he
angry
did.
with him at that time?
I wasn't angry. I was more hurt than I was angry.
Right.
But you can understand, he didn't have that protection.
He didn't have the protection. He didn't have the power. As a matter of fact, in my inquisitions, I was really asking not only for my benefit of what was going on, but for Joe and Timothy as well. They had no right to ask for anything, and had not asked for anything.
I mean, I'm sure whatever Joe gets paid is a nice paycheck, but it's a paycheck. It is not ownership.
That's right.
But if he writes a song,
he owns the
he owns
publishing
something, I guess.
right?
But who knows?
Or is it like working for the telephone company? Anything you discover, it belongs to us.
I don't know right now what exactly Joe's deal is with them.
Right.
I can't discuss.
Well, they have an
in your non-disclosure. What about writing the book, though? Didn't they say to you are not allowed to write a book or talk about us or anything like that?
Well, that was their countersuit. And then the last contract we signed, what we would do is we would sign these ongoing contracts for every tour we did. Say, okay, we're going to do this and end this. And the last couple of contracts we signed, they put in this thing that said nobody can do press or radio or newsprint or write a book or anything without the express written consent of Henley and Fry. In other words, you couldn't open your mouth unless they said it was okay.
Wow, that's what I mean.
But the term of those agreements were only for the tour.
I see. But why write the book? In other words, you're a wealthy man.
Okay.
You have more money than you'll ever need.
Let's go back to where I was when I was terminated. I'd gone through a really long, difficult time, divorce with my wife, 29 years.
So half the money went out the window.
Well, I didn't care about that. My heart went out the window is what really mattered. So I'm sitting in a really dark place, you know.
Right.
And so I started doing a lot of meditation. And while I would meditate, I kept reliving how I had gotten from that little dirt road in the South to where I was right now, having gone through all the steps along the way. Yeah, everything that I'd done. So finally, I sat down at this computer and I started writing this stuff down. Not with the intent of writing a book, but just more self-therapeutic than anything, cathartic.
Like a journal,
to just kind of start looking at myself and understanding more clearly, mentally and emotionally, what had happened to me. Finally, I realized I've got hundreds of pages of this stuff, and my fiance said, you should write a book about this. And I went, that's not a bad idea.
You're a creative guy. You're looking for creative outlets.
But I didn't do it with any sort of like sword in hand to decapitate people or show anybody for their warts or anything, because we all have warts and stuff in our lives.
But I'm sure Fry and Henley hate this book.
Well, I don't know. I've only heard from their lawyers. I've never heard from them.
That means they hate it. The lawyers don't call and say, God, great book.
So you have a son from your first marriage. Was he angry with you? Didn't you have a son as well from your first marriage?
Yeah, I have 4 kids.
You have 4 kids.
Yes,
were they angry with you over the divorce? Were you the bad guy?
Yeah, originally, when the reason I stayed was for my kids. I was there for about 8 to 10 years, longer than I thought I should have been. And bless my wife. We're still great friends. We talk every couple of weeks on the phone. She comes to my house for Thanksgiving dinner. We're beyond all that anger. We've got kids, grandkids together. Right. We have hundreds of friends we share. We see each other at parties. So, why throw a relationship like that that's been so long and so great a way?
For all the coke and everything, you look amazingly well. I mean, you're
kind of cute too, Howard.
How old are you now? I mean, seriously, how old are you now?
Do I have to say on the air?
Sure,
okay.
Go ahead.
I'm 60. I'll be 61 in September.
Wow, you look terrific.
Wow, see all these guys who turning 60.
How old's the fiance? But she's a youngster, huh?
She's 42.
All right, that's nice.
She'll kill me for that.
Where'd you meet her? Is she hot?
Yeah, she's beautiful. She was Miss Niagara. She's Canadian and was runner-up to Miss...
Cool.
It's in the book. There's a photograph in the book.
Naked or clothed?
No, not. I'm the only one, I think, lately that's seen her naked, I hope. Although I am out of town,
What a shame that here you make such great music with those guys, and it'll never be again. You can't work with those guys. They just made it impossible.
You never say never.
You say, yeah, that's
true.
true.
Well, you did do a reunion
in '94.
In 94.
We were back together in '94.
How was that?
Well, that was it was separatist, segregated. There
was no communication during that?
Very little. As a matter of fact, everybody went in separate cars to the show. We had separate dressing rooms backstage. As soon as the last note was off, we scattered.
Didn't you say at one point?
Nobody wanted to be in the same room.
I saw you guys at Giant Stadium.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
And it was a great concert, but, it just... Do you still talk to Joe Walsh?
I would love to. I've reached out to Joe many times, and, I think he's in a really difficult position to be able to have a relationship.
They might think he's a traitor if he's talking to
So when's the last time you spoke to him?
At a deposition about 3 years ago. I gave him a big hug, and I apologized for having to have him come and do that. And, it's just awful.
Hey, man,
did he understand that you had to do that? He did.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Well, we even ran into that control thing. Remember, Joe came in, and what song did he do?
Desperado. He sang
Henley
it.
Song.
Don Henley went berserk. He said he didn't want Joe performing that by himself on our show.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, he got in a lot of trouble.
Joe actually used to play Life in the Fast Lane in his solo gig, and Henley came out and said, "Accept no substitutes." And so I felt like saying that when they go out and play Hotel California. I felt like saying, "Hey, Don, accept no substitutes." But
were you shocked that they named the album Hotel California? Because after all, it was your song.
I was shocked when we finished it, the whole album. We had sat and listened to the playback party, where everybody's there and the record company execs are there. We were in the record plant in L.A. and we're playing it back. And when we finished, Hotel California was like the last one on the cut, not the beginning on the of the record. It was the last one on the playback reel, and Henley turned around and went, "That's going to be our single." And I went, "Oh, no, you got to be kidding. It's 6 minutes long. It's slow. You can't dance to it." So everybody wanted like rock and roll and disco and R&B. It's got this. It breaks down in the middle where the tempo stops, and it's got this 2-minute guitar solo.
So you felt pressure instead of pride.
It's the wrong format.
Right.
Oh, hey, if you do enough of the right drugs, you could dance to that. Believe me, I've done it.
You've done it.
Can I ask that one thing? In that Hotel California video, a couple of things. It's amazing just how different you look. The long hair you had, and the beard, and the flannel, and everything. I mean, and you look better now, I think.
Oh, well, thank you.
But
coming on to you.
You got the double guitar going.
Yeah.
And Joe's next to you with the single guitar.
Right.
And like one thing, I mean, me and my friends were big Eagles fans. The one thing we always thought was you really looked so pissed off at each other. Besides that one moment, like you look like you just had a voice, like a look like I don't give a shit anymore. By that point, had you had it by the time you made that video?
No, not there. I mean, Joe and I used to really push each other to the edge playing-wise. I mean, it was like...
So it wasn't a look of anger.
No, it wasn't a look of anger.
It was intensity.
It was intensity, yeah. It's like we got our game face on. We're kind of going for it.
Right, you're very much into it.
Yeah, that's why when you look at Joe, he's really intense. He's into it. And then I say, you're showing.
But you said one time,
him up,
one show that you did, it got so bad between...
Henley
and Fry, that they had to turn off all the microphones because you could hear the yelling and screaming.
Wow.
Yeah,
I would have loved to have been at that show.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I love shows
wild.
like that.
Yeah.
Also,
one thing, when we talk about songs that you can make a living off of, how much money has that song made?
Generated?
Not enough.
Not enough, huh?
Really?
But you never have to work
made
again.
a lot, yeah.
Because that you can't get away from. It's everywhere.
How crazy did the sex get? Did you and Joe Walsh? Did
You and Joe Walsh had sex?
No. Did you and Joe Walsh ever bang a chick together? Did you ever double team someone?
No.
Never did.
Not that I can remember.
Well, you know what?
But Joe used to chainsaw hotels.
He did.
He would really do all that
He
stuff.
did. He had an electric chainsaw because the gasoline power ones made too much noise. You could hear him coming.
He had an electric.
But the electric one, you just hear the blade coming through the walls.
Oh, my God.
Why would he do that? Why would he destroy property like that?
Well, it was comic relief is what it was. Like I said, you got 20, 22 hours of sitting around with nothing to do in some hotel in Boise,
but the
Idaho.
poor manager,
poor
manager of the hotel probably said, "Oh my God, this guy just." I mean, I'm sure you had to pay for it.
Absolutely, yeah.
Came out of your
but it was fun. I enjoyed it.
I also read that
we had some of the greatest times together, trashing hotel rooms and hanging out.
I read that one of Joe Walsh's best friends was Keith Moon, right? He hung out with him a lot, so that's probably where he got some of that behavior from.
Absolutely, yeah.
Don Felder's book, by the way, we should mention, is called Heaven and Hell, My Life in the Eagles, and it's available in stores now, and as Gary and Artie can attest to, it is a fascinating book.
Well, you know what? I'm
you should check
wondering
it out.
if he gets into the sexual or whatever escapades of some of the other members of the band. Because the other day I was talking to somebody and they just kept saying they apparently had some private knowledge of Don Henley. And they just kept saying to me, he's a freak, he's a freak.
Is Henley a freak?
Oh, I can't really comment on that.
Who had the biggest penis? Who had the biggest penis in the Eagles? Quickly.
I can't comment.
How dare you? Throw you right out of here.
goodness.
A couple of quick questions from the audience because I'm sure people want to speak to you. So let's go. Say hi. Do you have a question for Don Felder?
Hey now, how you guys doing? Hey Don, it's an honor to talk to you, man. I love all your work. God bless you. This is Michael Bradley, and I don't think the Eagles are the same without you. And what do you think of the new album? And do you think Artie should boycott the Eagles show that he's going to go to?
Hey, you're going to see the Eagles, aren't you? Yeah.
At the Borgata in Atlantic City, I have plans, but I might not go now because I like Don.
It's not the
I
Eagles.
think Don should go with you. What do you think of that? Take to the stage. No, no interest. You don't want that.
Their album, I've listened to it, and I was really shocked and disappointed that they have, in my opinion, one of the greatest rock and roll guitar players alive today in Walsh, and you just don't hear him on the record at all.
Right.
There's no Joe Walsh.
It sounds like a shitty country record.
It does. Yeah, it sounds like kind of a Nashville produced record. I was disappointed.
The book is called Heaven and Hell, My Life in the Eagles. It's available in the stores now. Why don't you check it out? It's very well written. You wrote it yourself, or did you have a little help?
I wrote most of it myself. I had a help from an English writer who did a lot of fact checking and took a lot of my ramblings, and we both edited it and condensed it down.
But this is really from your journal. This is okay.
I was going to say, as a singer, you say fact checking. That's interesting to me because you're writing a riff like that and creating something. There's a possibility that you might have heard it somewhere before and it might be somebody else's thing. Do you get afraid of that?
Yeah, well, you have to.
Right,
yeah.
so you have a guy who will check a bunch of legal things and say, no, look, that's original.
Yeah,
because as a comedian, that happens sometimes
You
too.
bet. Yeah,
you think of a joke and you go, that's a great joke, but maybe I heard it before.
Sure,
You know?
I'm writing a CD right now, about halfway through one for next summer.
Right.
And I won't receive CDs from anybody. People
Right.
go, I got some song ideas, because if anything shows up that's even faintly
Howard
reminiscent
does
of
the
it.
same thing with scripts, right? You won't
Yeah, I
take
won't read
a
a
script from...
Yeah, you have to, because if you're writing, then...
You have a real hot daughter, right? She's a model.
Oh, she's unbelievable, yeah.
How old a girl are we talking about?
She's 24.
And she's got a real modeling career going, huh?
Well, she does modeling, but she's a singer. She's been signed to Warner Brother Records.
Oh, wow.
She's an unbelievable singer. You have to hear her sing. As a matter
kidding.
of fact, I'll come back with her. We'll sing something on the show when a record comes out. if
Would
you
love
want.
that. All right,
Yeah,
that
she's
sounds good.
fantastic.
Well, you're a hell of a guy. It's great to hear your story.
I don't know. We're only hearing his side of this whole thing. Maybe
Well-
he was the fly.
Well, I don't know.
That's the surprise I have for you. Guess who's coming in next?
Howard, can I ask one more quick question?
Yes, go ahead, Artie.
The you had the contention you had, but with Henley especially, clearly you're a great singer too. Was it tough to give that song to Henley to sing as well? I mean,
No, I think Don's got one of the greatest voices
He
in rock
does,
and roll.
yeah, but-
you know, and if I had my choice of hearing myself sing or Henley, I'd much rather hear Don.
You'd rather hear your song sung by Henley than yourself.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'll tell you, you got a nice voice, though.
He's a beautiful, beautiful voice.
But since they want to be so rock and roll, why does everything coming out of them sound so country?
I don't know.
My money nowadays, I hear from what I hear from music people, everything has to be in a specific category to make any kind of money.
Right.
Like,
Well, I understand why they wrote a country album this time, but why does it always sound so country if they want to be rock and roll?
Well, there's no such thing as rock and roll anymore.
That's right. That's true.
One of my favorite renditions of that song. See if I can find it. I don't have it. Okay, I give up. Anyway, listen. I was going to play you something funny, but that'll be another time.
Another time.
Yes.
It's GP1 in Pink.
Oh, Pink. Well, tell those guys to learn Red from Pink. This is one of my favorite. No, guys, this isn't working. It's not here. Trust me. It's a different song.
After I know what you're going to play, I think, and after what Don just said, we should leave it there.
All right. Thank you, Artie. All right. We're going to take a break. I want to thank you so much, Don. Don Felder's book, once again, Heaven and Hell, My Life in the Eagles, available in stores now.
Don,
yeah,
how'd it go in there, man?
Oh, it was great fun. I was a little nervous going in. I was afraid Howard was going to go for the jugular, but he was very kind to me and very gracious. I enjoyed it.
What'd you like about doing a show?
Well, it's the first time I've played live on the radio since I was 15. I used to go down to my local radio stations as a kid just to get some publicity and go play Apache or Walked Out Run or something like that on the radio. It was really the first time I'd done that, and I really enjoyed it. It was great fun. It's exciting.
That's pretty cool, man. That's why you were nervous?
Yeah.
So, it seems like you had some rough times in the Eagles. Was it hard to talk about stuff like that?
Not really. Well, it was right at first. It's like any painful separation, when you go through a divorce or lose partners or leave a band. At first, you're really kind of hurt by it, and it's difficult to deal with those emotions. But as time goes by, you realize that for every door that closes, there's a new door that opens, and you can look back at your life and go, I had a pretty good life. I was blessed along the way here. I can't be too harsh and complain too much about it, so I'm happy.
That's good to hear, man. All right, thanks for stopping by
Thanks.
today.
I'm going to play a couple of things that have been happening, including Sal's weird pronunciations. You know the word villa?
Yeah.
I have a villa in France, perhaps you'd say. He calls it a villa.
I hate to say this.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
But
in Italian.
Get out of here. You're in America, asshole. First of all, I'll tell you what. You're not from Italy. You didn't grow up in Italy. You've never been in Italy.
Right. I've been to Italy.
Yeah, okay. Here's Sal from the wrap-up show yesterday. Listen to this guy.
Women love men who are successful. So you have to play the success card. You have to paint the big picture. 90% of the time, a woman is not going to be attracted to the average guy right off the bat. But if you give her a reason, like you have a mansion, like you have a place in the Hamptons, like you have a villa in Italy, stuff that most likely she won't see.
What do you have in Italy?
I have a villa in Italy.
A villa. You've heard of a villa.
That's the best. I have a villa.
When Gary said, "What do you have in Italy?" I thought he was saying, like, you're really exaggerating.
I've never seen a guy, because you seem like a bright guy to me. Honestly, you do.
I think I'm a bright guy, but in
Yeah.
Italy, they say villa. They say bene sta villa.
Forget Sal being an idiot with the word villa.
Okay.
Listen to this. This is from the wrap-up show. Don't get caught up in what the content is. Just
Okay,
listen to
just
this
listen
word.
to the
Listen to it.
Do you know what that? Do you remember what that whole Jim Jones thing was about?
Yeah. He had an occult. He gave all these people Kool-Aid and they dropped dead.
Wait, he had what?
He had this occult. I think it's called an occult.
Right.
So in Italy, they say occult?
They say, where did you get that one from?
Yeah. How'd you learn how to say that wrong?
Well, a cult. I heard then it was cult, not a cult, but an occult is, I think it's a combination. It's like satanic groups. They're occults. But I thought it's the same thing. It's as long as it's a group
Sal,
of weird
do you
people.
ever read? Do you ever like take an interest in
consult
anything?
the dictionary?
No.
Sal, when
Too
people
busy.
are saying occult, they're not saying occult. They're saying a, and then a word C-U-L-T, cult.
A cult.
And then there is the occult.
The occult or occult is, holy cow! I can't
When I
believe
see
I'm-
occult, O-C-C-U-L-T, whatever it is, and you hear people saying occult, I'm always thinking it's occult.
No,
I never distinguish the difference between a cult and a cult. When you
Holy cow! Where did you grow up, man? And don't give me this bullshit.
I grew
you
up
say
in Holbrook.
villa because you were in Italy.
Yeah, because when you're in Italy, they're
Okay.
like, come to my villa.
You know, he says that like from Transylvania. I want you to come to my villa. I'm going to play a couple of things that have been happening, including Sal's weird pronunciations. You know the word villa?
Yeah.
I have a villa in France, perhaps you'd say. He calls it a villa.
I hate to say this.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
But
in Italian,
get out of here. You're in America, asshole. First of all, I'll tell you what. You're not from Italy. You didn't grow up in Italy. You've never been in Italy.
I've been to Italy.
Yeah, okay. Here's Sal from the wrap-up show yesterday. Listen to this guy.
Women love men who are successful. So you have to play the success card. You have to paint the big picture. 90% of the time, a woman is not going to be attracted to the average guy right off the bat. But if you give her a reason, like you have a mansion, like you have a place in the Hamptons, like you have a villa in Italy, stuff that most likely she won't see.
What do you have in Italy?
I have a villa in Italy.
A villa. You've heard of a villa.
That's the best. I have a villa.
When Gary said, what do you have in Italy? I thought he was saying, like, you're really exaggerating. You
I've
couldn't
never seen a
possibly-
guy, because you seem like a bright guy to me.
Thank
Honestly, you do.
I am. I think I'm a bright guy, but in
Yeah.
Italy, they say villa. They say bene sta villa.
Forget Sal being an idiot with the word villa.
Okay.
Listen to this. This is from the wrap-up show. Don't get caught up in what the content is. Just
Okay,
listen to this
listen
word.
to the
Listen to it.
pronunciation.
Do you know what that? Do you remember what that whole Jim Jones thing was about?
Yeah. He had an occult. He gave all these people Kool-Aid and they dropped dead.
Wait, he had what?
He had this occult. I think it's called an occult.
Right.
So in Italy, they say occult?
They say, where did you get that one from?
Yeah. How'd you learn how to say that wrong?
Well, a cult. I heard then it was cult, not a cult, but an occult is, I think it's a combination. It's like satanic groups. They're occults. But I thought it's the same thing. It's as long as it's a group
Sal,
of weird
do you
people.
ever read? Do you ever like take an interest in
consult
anything?
the dictionary?
Sal, when
Too
people
busy.
are saying occult, they're not saying occult. They're saying a, and then a word C-U-L-T, cult.
A cult.
And then there is the occult.
The occult or occult is, holy cow! I can't
When I
believe
see
I'm-
occult, O-C-C-U-L-T, whatever it is, and you hear people saying occult, I'm always thinking it's occult.
No,
I never distinguish the difference between a cult and a cult. When you
Holy cow! Where did you grow up, man? And don't give me this bullshit.
I grew
you
up
say
in Holbrook.
villa because you were in Italy.
Yeah, because when you're in Italy, they're
Okay.
like, come to my villa.
You know, he says that like from Transylvania. I want you to come to my villa.